Hello, Mid-Michigan. Welcome to Girls High School Hoops on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And we got boys high school hoops coming up after this one, but this is actually going to be our only girls game of the week, as the rest of the week, and yesterday it was boys high school hoops. What a victory last night for Sacred Heart Academy, besting Beale City. Thursday will be in Shepherd as the Blue Jay boys host Beaverton. Friday we'll be back in Beale City as the Aggie boys host Lake City. But tonight it is the Mount Pleasant Midland Showdown. We called the doubleheader earlier this year over in Midland. It was a split for the Mount Pleasant Oilers, with the girls falling in the varsity game and the boys victorious in their varsity game, winning by 2 points on a late block from Zay Rodriguez. And just a very, very thrilling game. Starters for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls: Lexi Barodachuk, Lizzie Laney, Kylie Hutchins, Morgan Barodachuk, and Lucy Keys. That is, let me count it, 1, 2, 3, 4 sophomores in the starting lineup for Coach French. Slide over to the Midland Chemics. Yeah, the sophomore theme is going to continue. Sophomore Ella McLaughlin, sophomore Kaya Mahibir, along with sophomore Ellie Arnold, and a pair of seniors, Jensen Arduin and Reagan Vocal. The Midland Chemic girls are 13-4. The Mount Pleasant Oiler girls are 13-3. Both of these teams are just one game behind Saginaw Heritage for the conference lead, and so there is a lot on the line tonight as they want to keep pace with Saginaw Heritage and have a chance to play in that SVL crossover de facto championship game. But one big thing for the Midland Chemics: Kaya Mahibir was not there when we saw these two teams play earlier. Myself and Adam Gursky, we have seen Kaya Mahibir play last year. She is absolutely electric for the Midland Chemics in her point guard position. She gets the ball up the floor so fast. The Oiler girls dealing with her, making sure she's not able to push the ball like crazy. That is going to be just one of the keys to victory. The other one is going to be stopping Ella McLaughlin. I think at 22 or 28 or something crazy like that over at Midland to help the Chemics pick up the victory over the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. It's 13-4 Midland, 13-3 Mount Pleasant. Girls high school hoops ready to battle it out. You're listening to the Woods Household pregame show. We are going to take a break. Actually, as I look up at the clock with 1:24 left, we're going to wait another minute or so to take a break and try and line things up with our national anthem and our starting lineups and come back with the opening tip. I'll mention those starters once again for Mount Pleasant. 4 sophomores in the starting lineup for Coach Josh French, a very, very young Oiler team. Add in the Smith sisters as well, and there's a whole lot of sophomores on this varsity roster. Lucy Keys, Morgan Barodachuk, Lexi Barodachuk, and Lizzie Laney. Also out there, the senior Kylie Hutchins. Slide over for the Midland Chemics. They've also got 3 sophomores in the starting lineup, with Ella McLaughlin, Kaya Mahibir, and Ellie Arnold. Then the pair of seniors, Jensen Arduin and Reagan Vocal. This is going to be a battle of wills here. Midland's going to try and pressure the Mount Pleasant Oilers. If the Oilers are able to break that pressure, I think they're going to have a great opportunity to win this game. If they turn it over 10, 15 times, it's going to be a whole lot of trouble. It's Oiler doubleheader hoops here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network, brought to you by our friends at Barberry Law, Gates Drilling and Service, Bill's Custom Fab, The Bird All-American Grill, Clark Modular Homes, Wieferich Financial, Woods Household Appliance, Brad Malley Well Drilling, Malley Construction, along with their friends, J&J Auto, Blocko Pools and Spots, Conwisky Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, E&S Graphics, Mount Pleasant Automotive, and Bryce Updegraff, Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, our sponsor of Closing the Deal. About time for that national anthem. You can see some of the girls lining up on both sides of the court. We'll be back with the opening tip right after this.
Hello, I'm Mike Stanton, and I'm honored to represent the Maryland Chapman Memorial Fund, created to honor Maryland's legacy of generosity, compassion, and commitment to our community. At its core, our mission is simple: to support our youth, remove barriers, and create opportunities for kids to grow, compete, and succeed, both in their community and in the game of life. We are incredibly excited to support the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. They do an outstanding job highlighting student athletes, local schools, and the power of teamwork, shining a light on the hard work and dedication that is often overlooked. This partnership allows us to celebrate not just wins on the field, but character and leadership along the way. At the end of the day, it's about investing in our youth, strengthening our communities, and carrying forward Maryland's spirit of giving. To learn more about the Maryland Chapman Memorial Fund and the events we support, find us on Facebook by searching Maryland Chapman Memorial Fund. Go Blue Jays.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher Day or give them a call at 989-317-8582. Malley Construction in Mount Pleasant are experts in residential and commercial construction. From poured walls, flat work, pipe work, and road work, Malley Construction does it all. And they are Michigan Department of Transportation pre-qualified. Malley Construction is family-owned and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Bryce Updegraff with Gradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates thanks the coaches and officials who put in the time to help student athletes achieve their dreams and goals. For all of your real estate needs, the Bryce is right with Bryce Updegraff. With Gradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-620-6595. The Diner, where homemade favorites come to life every day for breakfast and lunch. From fluffy pancakes to savory sandwiches, The Diner has your cravings covered. Discover the perfect blend of comfort food and camaraderie at The Diner. Join them every Friday night till 7 for their famous fish fry. The Diner on North Mission, Mount Pleasant. Hiring a cleaning service doesn't mean you're lazy. Martinez Cleaning knows it means you value your time and want to come home and relax and not worry about the mess. Martinez Cleaning allows you to do just that. Come home and relax to a nice clean home. Well, much love to the crew at Martinez Cleaning, Rebecca, Jared, and a crew, but game underway. We got to get here. Opening tip is going to go into the hands of Mahibi here. She quickly kicks it up into the front court, and the layup is up and good for Arduin. Just like that, quickly Midland is on the board. Lucy Keys will bring it into the front court for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. As at the top of the key now, Kylie Hutchins with it. Hutchins to Lexi Barodachuk. Puts the dribble on the deck with the left hand to the top of the key. Now Morgan Barodachuk has it. She'll drive baseline, guarded by Arduin. Kicks it back out to Lucy Keys. Keys now to Lexi Barodachuk. Barodachuk looking for the drive. It's knocked away into the hands of her sister, Morgan. Nice pass down low to Hutchins. Her layup no good. Rebound is tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Mount Pleasant. Just great matchups out here. Got Mahibier going up against Keys. Got Barodachuk going up against McLaughlin. You've got Arnold going against Laney down low. Just two powerhouse basketball teams here battling each other. Also, Ardu and Barodachuk in the lane goes Morgan Barodachuk. Her layup no good. Gathering the rebound is Reagan Vogel. She'll swing it to the point guard Mahibier. She'll whip it up into the front court to Ella McLaughlin. She looks to finish down low. Blocked by Lizzie Laney. It'll stay Chemic basketball. Great defense there, though, from the Oiler girls. 2-0, Midland with the lead. Mahibier inbounding it, goes into McLaughlin. She put the dribble with the left hand. Morgan Barodachuk guarding her. McLaughlin was unbelievable in their first game this year. Mahibier brings it back out towards the half-court line. Now goes to Ellie Arnold. Arnold guarded by Lizzie Laney. Great matchup there. Mahibier back with it. She looks to drive in the lane with the left hand. Kicks it into the corner. Now drive here for Arduin. Here comes a triple try from Mahibier. It's no good. Rebound is gathered by Lucy Keys. Sophomore rip it into the front court for the Oilers. Pass is going to be tipped. Ends up in the hands of Kylie Hutchins. Extra pass down low to Barodachuk. She'll kick it out to Lucy Keys. Keys now to Kylie Hutchins. Back to Keys. Want to get it down low to Laney. It's not there. Good post defense from Arnold. Coming up with the ball in the lane is Barodachuk. Her shot is no good, but she'll draw the foul on the play. I believe head to the free throw line for a pair. Nice job there by the Oiler girls coming up with the loose ball and making something happen. Lexi Barodachuk at the line for the Oiler girls. Again, one of the 4 sophomores in the starting lineup for Coach Josh French. First free throw is up and good. 2-1 the score, 6:28 left to go first quarter. Barodachuk at the line for her second. That one off the back of the rim, no good. Rebounded by the Oilers, back to Barodachuk it goes. She spins in the lane, tries to find space. Shot no good. It'll go out of bounds. Last touch by Midland. Reagan Vogel tried to clear the rebound on the baseline. Was not able to come up with it. If you're watching on YouTube, having a little streaming issues there, we do have more of a quality stream going on Facebook right now. Laney has it, drops it to Hutchins, who'll bring it back towards the top of the key to try and reset things for the Oiler girls. Lucy Keys now has it, looks to drive with the left hand, now the right. Back to Lexi Barodachuk it goes. Barodachuk looking for the drive. She's going to kind of be bumped on the play by Ella McLaughlin. Looked like she might have stepped on the out-of-bounds line, but it was because of the bump, so the officials had no choice but to blow the whistle. 2 team fouls going against the Chemics here in the first couple minutes of the game. If you get one of these starters in foul trouble, that'd be great news for Coach Josh French. Ball goes into Morgan Barodachuk, up to Lucy Keys. Keys to Hutchins. Hutchins surveys the defense, goes back to Lucy Keys. Guarding Lucy Keys is Ella McLaughlin. It's knocked away, goes to Lexi Barodachuk. Thought about the triple try, squares up the defender now, wants to get it down low to Lizzie Laney. She has it in the middle, kicks it to Hutchins. Good ball movement here from the Oiler girls, but also good defense from the Chemics to not allow an open shot. Barodachuk spins in the lane, looks to finish with the left hand. What a move! That'll be in the running for our Bills Custom Fab fabrication of the game on the sweet spin move and the lay-in with a little bit of English there from Lexi Barodachuk. Chemics with it into the front court. Hebier with it on the near side, looks to drive with the right hand, wants to go baseline all the way across. It's going to go out of bounds, back to the Oiler girls. This game a much better start for Mount Pleasant here in the early goal than we had over in Midland. It's 3-2 Oiler girls with the lead, 5:17 left to go first quarter. Ball goes into Lucy Keys. Brings it in the front court, running the point for the Oilers. Wants to go to Hutchins, little miscommunication there. Nice job by Kylie Hutchins saving that basketball. Now Morgan Barodachuk with it. She'll look to drive with the right hand to the baseline. Kick it back out to Lucy Keys. He's looking to make something happen. Not a whole lot there. Back to Morgan Barodachuk it goes. She's going to be tripped up on the play. That'll be the third foul going against the Oiler girls here in the early going. Inbounding the basketball will be Lexi Barodachuk. Gets it into Lucy Keys. She'll dribble with the left hand towards the top of the key. Barodachuk tries to finish down low. A lot of contact, no whistle on the play. Chemics quickly up into the front court. McLaughlin, the shot down low. A lot of contact on the shot. She'll draw the foul and head to the free throw line for a pair. Great start here for the Oiler girls. Going to be a timeout on the floor. Just a 30-second timeout. We will keep things right here. And again, if you're somebody checking things out on YouTube, it appears that we're having a couple issues with our stream. So check it out over on Facebook. It appears that things are a bit better there. So it's a timeout on the floor. I'm actually changing the kind of description on YouTube right now to say a note we are having some connection issues. Check out our Facebook stream as we strive to bring you the best broadcast experience that we can. It doesn't look like things are, or I guess I don't think things are as bad as they were over in Midland, but we do got a whole lot of red down there for server 2. So if you're on YouTube having a couple issues, go check us out over on Facebook. At the line is Ella McLaughlin. And Ella McLaughlin at 22-24, something like that, over in Midland. She is the girl you got to hold down here. Cashes that one in from the free throw line. Now she'll have another. Same starting five out there for the Oiler girls. The two Barodachuks, Lucy Keys, Kylie Hutchins, and Lizzie Laney. Second free throw for Ella McLaughlin is also true for the sophomore. 4-3, Midland in the lead. McLaughlin coming out of the game, coming in for her, Jasmine Dawson. Barodachuk will inbound it to Keys. 4:33 left to go first quarter. Keys trots into the front court. Waiting her defensively across the half-court line is Dawson. Now Hutchins with it. Now to Barodachuk. Barodachuk looking for the cut. It's not there, though. Good backdoor defense from Heber. Back to Morgan Barodachuk it goes. She looks to drive with the left hand. Wants to go baseline. A lot of contact, but there's Lizzie Laney to clean it up and put it home. Nice job by Lizzie Laney staying with that. And quickly into the front court comes Mahibier. To Dawson. Here to Vogel on the near side. Let's get a screen from Arduin. Doesn't use much of it. Going to be a tie-up on the play. Possession arrow will send it back to the Oilers. Great defense there from the Oilers. And again, the way this game has started to compare the way the game started over in Midland, much better start for the Oiler girls. They lead at 5-4 with 3:48 left to go here in this one. Morgan Borodchuk will inbound it for Mount Pleasant to Lucy Keys. We'll bring it up across the half-court line. We haven't really seen a lot of pressure defense from Midland here in the early going. Something that's kind of been their calling card going back the last few years. Audrey Lang with it, who's into the game for the Oilers. To Borodchuk. They get it in the middle to Lizzie Laney. She turns, shoots over the defense. Off the rim, no good. Good defense down low from Ellie Arnold. Vogel's double-teamed in the backcourt. Drops it off to Mahibier. She'll bring it into the front court. Way ahead it goes. It's going to sail out of bounds. Good job getting back from the Oilers to make that pass difficult. 5-4, Mount Pleasant girls with the lead. 3:16 left to go here in the first quarter. Keys across the Oil Derrick in the half-court line here at Mount Pleasant High School. Left to right-hand dribble. Get back. I think she thought about the deep NBA range three there. Now she'll drive with the left hand. Morgan Borodchuk with it. Looks for a short jumper. Not there. Not a Lizzie Laney it goes. Want to get it back down low to Borodchuk. She up fakes. Looking for the up and under. It's good for Morgan Borodchuk. She's got 2 points and a great start for the Oiler girls. They lead Midland 7-4 with 2:44 left to go in the first quarter. Dawson with it to Arnold at the top of the key. To Mahibier. She wants the NBA range three. It's in and out, no good. Rebound tipped around right into the hands of Dawson. Her putback is no good. Laney clears the rebound for the Oilers. To Borodchuk. She zips it up to Morgan Borodchuk. Dropped it in the middle to Lizzie Laney. Turns, looks to finish the left hand. Blocked down low by Ellie Arnold. Great defense down low from the sophomore from Midland. 7-4 Oiler girls with the lead. 2:22 left to go first quarter. Inbounding the ball is Laney. Gets it into Keys. Keys wants to get it back down low to Lizzie Laney. She drives through the lane, looks for the up and under. It's no good, but she'll draw the foul on the play. Great move there from Lizzie Laney. Got the ball in the post. Thought about the drop step, wasn't there, so she took it into the middle of the lane. Tried to kind of go underneath the outstretched arm of Ellie Arnold, and she drew the foul, headed to the charity stripe. Big free throws here for the Oiler girls. 7-4 the score. Laney cashes that one in. Laney with another one to boot here. Again, earlier this year, it was a 44-29 victory at Midland for the Chemics. Again, they kind of led that one going all the way. Laney cashes both of those in. Kind of a slower walk up now for the point guard, Mahibier. 9-4, Oiler girls in front. 13-3 Mount Pleasant versus 13-4 Midland here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Looking to get the steal from a poke away from the backside of the post defense for the Oiler girls. Be a foul call going against, I believe that was Keys or Hutchins. That was Hutchins. Mahibier looks to trigger the inbounds pass. Gets it into Ellie Arnold. She looks to finish down low over Laney. No good. Great defense from Lizzie Laney without fouling. Long rebound goes into the hands of Arduin. Back to Mahibier it goes. She's double teamed in the corner. She's going to drop it off the foot of Borodchuk. Nice trap there in the corner from the Mount Pleasant defense. Midland inbounding the ball. They get it into Mahibier near the half-court line. Intense defense from Lucy Keys guarding her. Get a screen from Arnold. She fakes it. Little hesitation. Now they kick it in the corner for the three. No good. A rebound chased down by Lexi Borodchuk. Sophomore looks ahead. She'll race it to the front court. Pass it to Morgan Borodchuk. She wants to get it down low to Hutchins. She catches, looks to finish. It's not there. Looks to get her own rebound. It's going to trickle out of bounds and send it back to Midland. Missed opportunity down low on the bunny there for the Oiler girls. 1:27 left to go in the first quarter. Mahibier walks it up across the half-court line once again. $1:20 left to go in our first quarter. Oiler girls, a great start. They lead it 9-4. McLaughlin with it. She's back into the game, guarding her, Morgan Borodchuk. She picks up her dribble, kicks it back out to Mahibier at the top of the key. She looks to drive with the right hand into the lane, looking for the shot with the left hand. No good. She gets her own rebound, passes it in the middle to McLaughlin. Her left-handed runner is good. She's got 4 points. Great extra effort there from Hebier to give her team a second possession. That makes it 9-6. Under a minute remaining here in the first quarter. Pardon me, not the ball game. Still a long way to go in this one. Lexi Barodachuk with it. Looks to square up. They leave her open. That's trouble. Off the rim, no good. Laney there with the rebound and the putback. Big-time play from Lizzie Laney. She has got 6 points here in the first quarter and has been doing a great job cleaning up the glass. Hebier with it, under a half-minute remaining. Go to McLaughlin here near side. Guarding her is Morgan Barodachuk, and she's going to get called for the travel. Great defense there for Morgan Barodachuk. A little frustration right now out there from the Midland Chemics. The Orla girls doing a fantastic job here. 22 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Keys across the half-court line for the Orla girls. Morgan Barodachuk now with it. 13 seconds left to go. It's knocked away from Barodachuk. Good defense from Dawson. She hands it off to Arduin. They look to drop it back to Hebier. Over to McLaughlin. She's open. Doesn't take it. Now looks to drive against Barodachuk. Needs the fadeaway. It's blocked by Morgan Barodachuk. Just out of the view of my terrible camera work. My bad. That'll be in the running for a Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game, but just in my mind as nobody else got to see it. My apologies to everybody out there. End of the first quarter. The Orla girls lead it 11-6. What a start for the Mount Pleasant Orla girls. We're going to take a commercial break. Be back with the second quarter right after this. You're listening to Orla Girls High School Hoops on a Tuesday night here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Wademan Road, or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network in our Barberry Law Studios, built by Konwinski Construction. Doubleheader Oiler hoops tonight. Mount Pleasant girls versus the Midland girls. Coming up, we got the Oiler boys versus the Chemic boys. Midland with the basketball to start this second quarter. With it on the perimeter is Hebier. She looks to drive in the lane. Kicks it in the corner here near side. Here comes the triple try from Dawson. No good. Rebound into the hands of Morgan Barodachuk. She looks to use her speed to beat everybody down floor. Up ahead to Laney. Laney's finish in the lane will rattle home for the sophomore. Lizzie Laney has 8 points here in the first half. 7:28 still left to go in the second quarter. It is 13-6. Mount Pleasant over highly touted, highly ranked Midland High. McLaughlin looking for the drive. Back to Arnold it goes. To Dawson. Now to Hebier. She thought about the step back three. Instead, she'll take it into the lane. Going to be a tie-up. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay here with the Chemics. 7:07 left to go, second quarter. Gates Drilling and Service halftime report at the half. A couple commercial breaks. Discuss what I expect in the second half. Talk about what I expect in the second half of this game. Because you look at the records, you got 3-14 Midland versus 14-4 Mount Pleasant. I think Mount Pleasant will be the big favorite. That was not the case over Midland. Shot no good down low. Chemics look to save it. Couple players hitting the deck. Possible numbers here for the Orla girls. Barodachuk into the front court. Kind of forces it up. Thought she was going to get the foul. She doesn't get it. Lexi Barodachuk gets it back. She looks for the scoop shot. It's not there, but she'll draw the foul. What a game so far for the Orla girls. They lead at 13-6. Again, it was 44-29 earlier this year over in Midland. You look at the games last year, Midland winning big most of the time. And if you're somebody tuning in on YouTube, we are having some bandwidth issues there. I will say we have a much better, higher quality stream on our first server, which is on Facebook. So those of you checking the game out on YouTube, there's some glitches and glares and what you not, go check it out over on Facebook, and you should be good to go. Lexi Barodachuk's first free throw is good. She's got 4 here in the early going for the Orla girls. You've got 8 from Lizzie Laney and 2 from Morgan Barodchuk. Just 3 girls in the scoring column, but that's all they need right now because you've only got 4 from McLaughlin and 2 from Arduin when it comes to the Chemics. That one's also good. Lexi Barodchuk now with 5 here in the first half. 15-6, the Oiler girls in front. It's a score that will reverberate through the rest of the Saginaw Valley League. As I say that, McLaughlin wants to tee up the 3. It's in and out, no good. Lizzie Laney looks to chase down the rebound. It goes into the hands of Arnold, but her pass is going to go off the foot of her teammate, out of bounds. 6:30 left to go, second quarter. Oiler girls in front, 15-6. Keys across the half-court line for the Oiler girls. To Morgan Barodchuk it goes. To Kylie Hutchins. Back to Barodchuk. Now to Lucy Keys. Keys fakes the drive one way. Now to retreat back towards the three-point line. Gets it to Hutchins in the middle. It's going to be knocked away from her. Keys gets it back to Morgan Barodchuk. Thought about going all the way opposite court to her sister. Instead, they go back to Barodchuk off the double team. Now she does go opposite court with the skip pass to Lexi Barodchuk. She looks to create an opening. She spins. Shots no good. We've got an offensive foul going against Lizzie Laney on the screen anyway. 15-6, Oiler girls in front. 5:58 left to go, second quarter. 8 points for Lizzie Laney, leading the way for the Oiler girls. Heber slowly up across the timeline. To McLaughlin it goes. She looks to drive the baseline. Wants to kick it back to Mahebier, but it's stolen away by Lucy Keys. Great hustle there from the sophomore. 5:45 left to go, second quarter. Oiler girls' defense is on fire here in this first half. They have only given up 2 field goals to this really, really strong Midland team. Ball goes in the middle to Arnold. Her extra pass to McLaughlin. Shot is no good. Great defense from Barodchuk. Rebound gathered by Mahebier, somehow down low. Her shot no good. McLaughlin with the rebound. Her shot no good. Back to Arnold it goes. Her shot also no good. The Kemet girls have got a lid on the rim right now. They cannot get one to drop as Barodchuk brings it into the front court for the Oiler girls. Lucy Keys with it. That was 3 or 4 in a row. Missed right at the 10 for the Kemet girls. Barodchuk looks to drive the baseline. She's double-teamed, kicks it out to Hutchins. It's going to go between her legs, but she does a great job keeping control of it. Now to Lucy Keys it goes. To Morgan Barodchuk. She up-fakes, looks to get it in the middle. The Hutchins is going to be tipped away by McLaughlin into the hands of Mahebier. Kaya Mahebier will bring it into the front court. Way ahead it goes to McLaughlin, but it's knocked out of bounds by Morgan Barodchuk. Somehow the Chemics recover it. Shot no good. Arnold, that one finally drops. Ellie Arnold with her first basket of the game. The whistle on the floor. Waiting to see exactly what the call is. And we now do have a timeout coming from the Chemics. It'll be a full timeout. We'll keep it right here. We're going to have plenty of time for commercial breaks with our doubleheader action. 15-8 is the score. Mount Pleasant, the masterful defensive performance so far in this one. You got 8 points from Lizzie Laney, and that's all you need if you're Mount Pleasant because you've done so well defensively. Al McLaughlin's got 4. Arduin's got 2. You've got 2 from Ellie Arnold. The main thing right now, if Midland just cannot buy a basket, they had 3 or 4 shots in a row in the paint moments ago and just could not get one to fall. The Oiler girls not been super great offensively themselves. But I'll mention again, it was a 44-29 victory for the Chemics earlier this year. And it seemed like, if I remember back, which always ain't the best idea for me to try and do, the Oiler girls pretty much behind that whole game by double digits. Tried to continue to close it within 5-6, but just could not get there. Much love going out to our friends at Mount Pleasant Public Schools, Martinez Lawn Care, Bogwai Banga and Bradley, Powell Frame and Collision, Dick Silva Auto Sales, Brickner and Bunker Farm Bureau Insurance Group, Block Electric, The Diner, WW Construction, All Seasons Fireworks, Pure Plumbing, Hanging by a Thread, GNS Mechanical, and the Maryland Chapman Memorial Fund. Also love to dance again, Dresco Simon Shop in Wademan, CNC Enterprises, your home for all things Red Wing, Irish Setter Boots, and Carhartt. Also, Isabella Community Sportsplex, Mount Pleasant Heating and AC, Smith & Sons, the Beale City Village Store, Sydney's Judges Bench, Dog Central, Barry Funeral Home, Boomer's Lawn Care, A Doozy's Ice Cream Place, Almost Up North and Stitches for Britches, Schaefer's Bait and Sporting Goods, Gross Farms, Brad Gross Electric, along with our friends, Fisher Companies, and Kenneth Egger, DDS. Going to be a foul trying to get the ball into the post to Hutchins. Oh, Kenneth Egger, rooting on his 2 daughters, play college basketball. I actually think Kenzie Eggerby graduated from Yale now. Yes, Yale, I said it. Cool stuff right there. Ball goes into Laney. She takes a shot. No good. There's Barodachuk with a rebound and a putback. Morgan Barodachuk and her hustle points. You can count them up every single game as the Chemics quickly head into the front court on the attack. 4 now in the game for Morgan Barodachuk. It's a 17-8 lead for the Oiler girls. What a start for Mount Pleasant. Mahibier spin in the lane, looks for the shot, no good. Ellie Arnold comes in for the rebound. Her shot no good. There's Hutchins there for the strong rebound. To Lexi Barodachuk, the basketball goes. So bring it to the front court with the right hand to Morgan Barodachuk. She wants to tee up the 3. No good. Long rebound gathered by Kylie Hutchins. So drop it back to Lucy Keys, and the Oilers will have another possession. Keys to Barodachuk. Morgan Barodachuk, that is. The pass knocked away. Barodachuk almost comes back up with it. It'll go out of bounds. It'll stay here with Mount Pleasant. And that's not Mount Pleasant's ball without another hustle play out there from Miss Morgan Barodachuk. I'll say it again. Those of you on YouTube, head over to Facebook this evening. Just a little bit of a lag in our bandwidth. We'll turn down that quality is what I needed to do here. But continue to figure things out with how good a quality we've got, how much stuff we've got with our Ethernet connection, our Wi-Fi. We're getting there. Again, the only thing holding back the Mid-Michigan Sports Network is an internet connection or two here in Mid-Michigan. Dawson looking for the driver. Kickout is going to sail over the Oiler bench. 3:33 left to go, second quarter. 17-8, Mount Pleasant with the lead. Just 3 field goals here in the first half for the Kemet girls. It has been a struggle. Lucy Kreese across the half-court line to Morgan Barodachuk it goes. Now to Lexi Barodachuk. Back to Keys. Morgan Barodachuk thought about teeing up the 3. Nice up fake now. Jumper in the lane. No good. There's Lizzie Laney. Rebound. Put back. Good. They're going to say no foul or no shot. They're going to say it occurred on the floor. I believe it's still going to be a free throws for Lizzie Laney. Waiting to see here. And so it's going to be Oiler basketball. I don't know how they got the foul without the shot there, because as soon as Lizzie Laney got it, she put it right back up. But nonetheless, to the Oiler girls, you retain possession here. Barodachuk will inbound it. Gets it into Lizzie Laney down low. Her shot blocked by Arnold. Good defense down low from Ellie Arnold. Now we're going to have a jump ball possession arrow. We'll keep it with Mount Pleasant. 3:07. Oh, pardon me. They already flipped it. I'm waiting to see the possession arrow. And they will now change it. All right, thought we were on top of things. Crawford's on top of it here. Great crew of officials. And again, if you're interested in making a little bit of extra dough, helping these kids and having some fun and getting some decent pay, we need more officials in Michigan. Head to MHSAA.com and click on the Be the Referee tab. Ball goes in, tipped out of the hands of Hutchins, but to Barodachuk, the inbounder. Now Lexi Barodachuk has it. It's the top of the key. To Morgan Barodachuk. To Lucy Keys. Back to Morgan Barodachuk. She gets it down low to Kylie Hutchins. In the middle, it goes to Morgan Barodachuk. She up fakes, looks to get it up on the rim. No good. There's Laney with the rebound and the putback. Laney's into double digits here in the first half, and a big-time rebound. And putback there for the Oiler girls as they go up 19-8. McLaughlin has it knocked away from her. She recovers it. She's now going to lose it on the out-of-bounds, or the baseline. It goes out of bounds. Back to the Oiler girls. 19-8. They lead it with 2:31 left to go in the first half. What a win this would be for the Oiler girls basketball program. Taking out one of the top teams in the SVL the last several years in Midland High. Barodachuk with it to Lexi Barodachuk. Back to Morgan Barodachuk. Wants to get it down low to Laney. She does. Laney turns, shoots over the fence. No good. Nice job getting the ball into the post there by Barodachuk. Mahibier racing into the front court. Looks to beat everybody down court. She's going to get called for the carry. You don't see that call a whole lot in girls' high schools or boys for that matter. And I'll just make the joke as an old school basketball player. I would not mind seeing it a few more times. Don't ever mind that carry call. Can't scoop the basketball every time you dribble it like you see a lot of youngsters do nowadays. Lucy Keys into the front court off the passer, Morgan Barodachuk. Barodachuk wants to get it down low to Laney. She catches, goes around Arnold, and finishes. What a first half for Lizzie Laney. She has got a dozen. There's 1:46 left to go here in the first half. Mahibier across the half-court line. Goes to McLaughlin. Cross it goes. Mahibier, she wants the 3. This would be big, and she buries it. Clutch shot there from the point guard from Midland. That makes it 21-11. 1:30 left to go in our first half. Barodachuk down low to Lizzie Laney. She turns, she shoots, no good. Hutchins tips the rebound to Laney to Barodachuk for the three. It's good, right out of the view of my screen once again. Shout out to Adam Gursky if he would have been here running the camera. Again, the guy deserves some nights off, especially since I don't pay him a penny. I just buy him a meal every once in a while. But a big-time three there for Barodachuk, just out of view of the camera. My bad, everybody. McLaughlin drives in the lane, kicks it to Mahibier. She wants back-to-back threes. It's good. Back-to-back threes from Kaya Mahibier has got it 24-14. We're under a minute remaining here in the first half. Keys with the basketball, goes to Morgan Barodachuk at the top of the key. Guarding her is Dawson. They get it down low to Laney. Laney kicks it back out to Keys. Keys to Lexi Barodachuk. She'll dribble with the right hand, get a screen from Hutchins. Look to go baseline, it's not there. She'll retreat, back to Keys it goes. She goes to Barodachuk. Barodachuk knifing through the lane, draws the foul, and gets it to go on the scoop. 6 for Barodachuk, can make it 7 at the charity stripe. 26-14, the Oiler girls in front. What a first half for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. Morgan Barodachuk at the line for a free throw, looking to finish the old school three-point play. It's up, rattles out, no good. Ellie Arnold there with the rebound. She'll drop it to Mahibier. We got 20 seconds left in the first half. Midland may hold for a final shot here. I never really agree with that when you trail. Just try and run your offense when you're down double digits. Don't try and save, waste time for anything. Mahibier wants that shot. They're not going to give it to her. Now they go to Dawson. Back to Mahibier. 4 seconds left to go. She's going to have to force it up. We got a foul on the perimeter going against Lucy Keys. That's just the second team foul, though. And so now it'll have Midland inbounding the ball on the near sideline here with 2 seconds left to go. It's a play where you don't want to give it to Mahibier in the back court like you might do a lot of times to be safe. Vogel will inbound it for the Kemet girls. Want to get it to McLaughlin. They're going to try and get it in to Arnold. It's not there. It's going to be a Hail Mary. It's not going to go anywhere. Woo, what a first half for the Oiler girls. The score, as I said, will reverberate through the SVL North. The Mount Pleasant Oiler girls lead the Midland Chemics at the half, 26-14, and a fantastic first half performance from Lizzie Laney. She always does great on the boards and on the D. Well, and always does great on offense as well, but she has 12 first half points to lead all scorers. Going to take a break and be back with our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Mount Pleasant Automotive on Mission has been serving local auto shops and do-it-yourselfers since 1988. Mount Pleasant Automotive is locally owned and carries all the auto part, car care products, and auto maintenance supplies you will need. Visit them online at mtpleasantautomotive.com. Mount Pleasant Automotive, caring for our cars and our local student athletes. Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network on our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. The Mount Pleasant Oiler girls lead it at the half, 26-14. Very similar to last night. If you'd asked me who the favorite is going into Beal City and Sacred Heart, I probably said, Beal City's a favorite, but not by much. But I wouldn't expect Sacred Heart to blow out Beal City. Well, that's what happened last night. If you'd asked me who's a favorite in this one, I'd have probably said the Chemics by about 10 points or so, especially with Kaya Mahibier back. But, oh, boy, Coach French got the Oiler girls playing so well. It's 26-14 at the half. Both teams only have 3 girls in the scoring column. 4 for the Chemics. You got 2 from Ellie Arnold, 2 from Jensen Arduin, 6 on back-to-back threes from Kaya Mahibier, and 4 from Ella McLaughlin. That all came kind of early. Morgan Barodachuk doing a fantastic job on Ella McLaughlin. If you told me coming into this game Morgan Barodachuk was going to outscore Ella McLaughlin, I'd say that'd be a good key to victory right there. Barodachuk's got 6, McLaughlin has 4. 8 points for Lexi Barodachuk. Buried one from downtown, is 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and also has a field goal. But so far, our Zade Bachelder Baller of the game, brought to you by Wieferich Financial, and our Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, Miss Lizzie Laney. 12 points for the sophomore star, 6 coming in each quarter, including 2 of 2 from the free throw line in that first quarter. What a start for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. This would be a court-storming type of win if they were able to pull it out here. Ooh, boy, Chemic's going to come out, I believe, with some pressure in the second half. The Oil girls deal with it. They've played so well defensively. They should be in good shape here. Going to take a commercial break here on our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. Come back with some more breakdown of the first half. Talk a little bit more about the keys to victory as we get you ready for the second half. Oiler girls lead at 26-14 on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Wieferich Financial knows it can be incredibly overwhelming to navigate the world of financial planning. With trusted guidance and easy-to-understand advice, you can feel comfortable in your financial future with Wieferich Financial. Wieferich Financial assists people in all stages of life with a specialization in retirement and investment planning. Experience the power of working with an advisor dedicated to your success. Visit WieFrichFinancial.com. Visit them in downtown Mount Pleasant. Call or text 989-953-7888. Wieferich Financial, member SIPC. Martinez Painting, Central Michigan's trusted painting professionals. They specialize in both interior and exterior jobs for your home and business. No matter how big or how small the job, they transform any space with quality and precision. Learn more by visiting Martinez Painting on Facebook today or give them a call at 989-317-5536. All Seasons Fireworks is a big fan of all the athletes, coaches, officials, and volunteers who make high school sports happen. To make your next event bigger and brighter, stop by All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. Graduations, birthdays, weddings, or a big win become more memorable underneath a night sky lit up by the magic of fireworks. All Seasons Fireworks on M20 in Mount Pleasant. When your team or business needs to look good, don't get left hanging. Call or stop by Hanging by a Thread in Wademan, the official embroiders for the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Hanging by a Thread, a proud supporter of local schools.
GNS Mechanical in Wademan offers service and installation on everything for your home and business. From a simple filter replacement to furnace, central air service, and install, geothermal, and walk-in coolers and freezers. If you have a need, GNS Mechanical has a solution. Learn more at gnsmechanical.com or call 989-644-2106.
Imagine a home that reflects your style. With WW Construction, that dream will become a reality. As a trusted Mid-Michigan builder, WW Construction specializes in builds and remodels that turn ordinary spaces into extraordinary ones. Join the growing family of homeowners who trust WW Construction for quality and craftsmanship. Call WW Construction today at 989-621-2722 to make your dreams a reality. Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. We're going to get a Drilling and Service halftime report. Let me pan down here just a little bit. You can see Mr. Brady Edwards and Mr. Joe Marciano getting things ready for the GI Tech Student Broadcast Program and getting ready to bring you the varsity boys action. Midland Mount Pleasant here in our second game, and we'll bring you that action as well. I guess if our connection continues to go downhill as they get things going, maybe we'll change things. But right now, it's only on YouTube. Again, if you're watching on YouTube, things are probably pretty choppy. Head on over to Facebook where that stream is a much better quality. 3:45 left on our halftime clock here. The Oiler girls with an outstanding, commanding performance in the first half. They lead the Midland Chemics 26-14. Again, you asked me who's a favorite coming into this game. I'd have probably said Midland by 10 or 12. They won 44-29 over at Midland and got one of their star players back. The Oiler girls played an unbelievable first half. It's going to take another one to pull out this victory against this great Midland team. But if they do, as I said, this is a court rush type of a game. If the Oilers are able to hang on to the victory, 26-14, they lead it. Time for another break. We'll be back with the second half right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hey guys, it's Tanya from Clark Modular Homes. I'm here to talk to you today about who we are and what we do. Clark's opened in 1983 and has been centrally located right here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We have one of the largest display centers with around 12 to 15 homes on display all year round. We have a fully experienced staff. We also have an in-house project manager who can pull our permits and coordinate our job from start to finish. We are proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We are our own contractor, making it a one-stop shop for you for your home building needs. As the owner would say, we can do it all.
Brad Malley Well Drilling has proudly served Mid-Michigan since the early 1990s. We are family-owned with 3 licensed drillers and over 100 years of experience. We specialize in 5-inch PVC water wells and systems ranging from 2 to 12 inches. Every well we do includes a 5-year warranty and 1-year parts and labor guarantee. We are available 24/7, and you'll always talk to a real person. Call Brad Malley Well Drilling today for a free estimate. Trusted service, generation after generation.
Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes. Blockco Pools and Spas is Mid-Michigan's #1 pool and hot tub destination that will turn your old space into your #1 destination. From delivery of a full pool for the family to the relaxing hot tub for after work for mom and dad, Blockco Pools and Spas does it all. Stop by their showroom on Remus Road to check out their beautiful selection of hot tubs and learn how you can build the pool of your dreams.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes.
Pure sportsmanship is the most important thing in high school sports. When it comes to your home or business, Pure Plumbing just might be the most important thing. If your plumbing isn't pure, don't worry, no one needs to see the other angle. For Pure Plumbing, call 989-644-8928 or visit mipureplumbing.com. Block Electric Company in Wademan has been powering Michigan for over 30 years. There's no job too big or too small for Block Electric Company, like an entire school or something simple at the home, like making sure the outdoor lighting, thermostat, or ceiling fan is installed professionally. Block Electric Company is a proud supporter of local schools and high school student athletes, learning skills in and out of the classroom to lead our communities tomorrow. Good luck to all student athletes from Block Electric Company, and go Aggies.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to that action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. A big 3 to start the third quarter for the Kemet girls. Just what you didn't want if you're Mount Pleasant. Here comes a jumper from Hutchins, and that's no good. Ardoin with the rebound, gets it back to Mahibir. She quickly gets it into the front court. Gets it down low to Ardoin, back up top to Mahibir. They want to get it in the middle. Stole by Lizzie Laney. She has played unbelievable here in this one. Up ahead it goes to Morgan Barodchuk. Looks to finish on the break. It's good for Barodchuk. She has got 8 here in the ball game. Quickly down to the other end. McLaughlin has it off the pass from Mahibir. It's no good. Mahibir there for the rebound, but it's gathered by Laney and Barodchuk. Pass tipped in the backcourt. Laney comes up with it. Great job staying patient, using your height if you're Morgan Barodchuk and Lizzie Laney. Lucy Keys driving a lane. Shot no good. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up. That's no good. Very fast action here in the early going from both teams. Pass way ahead to Ellie Arnold down low. Shot is up and good. Great start here for the Kemet girls with 5 quick points. Barodachuk down low to Laney. Her finish is good. She's got 14 to lead all scorers in the game. Another long pass up ahead, knocked into the hands of Arnold. Laney playing some great defense. McLaughlin thought about the 3. Good closeout from Morgan Barodachuk. Mahibier with the basketball on the perimeter. He's going to square up again. This went off the rim, no good. Laney with the rebound. Sends it off to Lexi Barodachuk. Barodachuk into the front court for the Oiler girls. Got to back it up, slow things down a bit. Drop it off to Lucy Keys. Keys puts it on the deck. Guarding her, Reagan Volkel. Now they swing it across to Lexi Barodachuk. Back to Keys it goes. In the corner, down to Hutchins. It's 30-19. Oiler girls in front over the Chemics. 13-4 Midland. 13-3 Mount Pleasant. Chemics won at Midland earlier this year, 44-29. But Lizzie Laney is having a game. Make it 16 for the superstar sophomore as the Chemics bring it into the front court against the Oiler defense. Drive. It's going to be stolen away on the pass out. Barodachuk has it. It's Morgan Barodachuk. She'll drop it to Lexi Barodachuk. She looks to finish down low. It's blocked by Ella McLaughlin. Great defense there from the Chemics on the fast break. Mahibier comes up with the loose ball. Swings it to McLaughlin here on the near side. She looks to drive baseline with the left hand. Up and under move. It's going to be good for the basket. I think taking one there in the side was Miss Morgan Barodachuk, and the type of play where if you saw it, you might have called the offensive foul, but it was going so quick, you were not able to blow that whistle. Coming into the game is Audrey Lang. Barodachuk going to come out, and Morgan Barodachuk, the hustle points that she gives you, it's so important for Mount Pleasant. And here comes the pressure I talked about a bit at halftime. If the Oiler girls can handle the Chemic pressure in the second half, they're going to win this ball game. But easier said than done as the Chemics really know how to press. As I say it, there's a steal from Ella McLaughlin. She looks to bring it into the front court. She'll back it up, drop it back to Mahibier. Back to McLaughlin it goes. Back to Mahibier. Guarding her is Lucy Keys. Sophomore on sophomore here. Mahibier brings it back towards the middle of the court. Now to Arduin. Doesn't put the dribble on the floor. Back to McLaughlin off the screen. She's open, but it's an offensive foul on Ellie Arnold on the screen. They'll send it back to the Oilers. 4:38 left, third quarter, 32-21. Much tougher than I am. Morgan Barodachuk already heading back into the game for the Oiler girls. So your 5 out there for Mount Pleasant. It's Morgan Barodachuk, Lexi Barodachuk, Lizzie Laney, Kylie Hutchins, and Lucy Keys. Ball goes into Keys. Again, if you can deal with this pressure, if you're Mount Pleasant, you're probably going to come out of here a winner. But there's another turnover. McLaughlin looks to finish. Great defense from Barodachuk to force the miss. Now Morgan Barodachuk looks to bring it into the front court. It's going to be a foul on Mahibier in the back court. 32-21 the score with 4:26 left to go in the third quarter. Am I good standing here? I got to ask the people behind me now. Yeah. Say one of those games, getting so excited. Sometimes you just can't sit down when you're broadcasting these games. Keys into the front court for the Oiler girls. Now to Audrey Lang. Back to Lexi Barodachuk. Keys. Morgan Barodachuk now with it at the top of the key. 4:10 left to go, third quarter. Oiler girls lead at 32-21. They've led all the way, 11-6 at one, after one, 26-14 at that. Barodachuk looks to go baseline. It's not there. She keeps her dribble, goes into the middle, doesn't get the runner, but she's headed to the foul line for a pair of free throws. What a move there from Lexi Barodachuk. Just nobody made her pick up her dribble. She drove baseline. It wasn't there. Just kind of kept dribbling around into the lane until she found an open shot, put it up. She didn't get it to go, but the reason why is she got fouled on the play. She's at the free throw line, could put herself into double digits if she knocks both of these down. Up and good for Lexi Barodachuk. The sophomore has got 9 for Mount Pleasant. Lizzie Laney's got 16, and Morgan Barodachuk has got 8. That's all the scoring so far from the Oiler girls. But if you're any other girl on the team, you will take it to taste that sweet taste of victory over the Midland Chemics. 34-21, racing into the front court is Mahibier. Gets it down low to Arnold, and she'll put it up and in. Great dish there from Kaya Mahibier. Timeout on the floor. We're going to keep things right here. 34-23 is our score. Timeout coming from Midland. They know it is push or press time here. It's not do or die time yet. That's why I say push or press. But you've got to get something going if you are Midland defensively. And the great part if you're Mount Pleasant, the last couple of years, this case against Mount Pleasant has been to pressure them. They've done a great job breaking that pressure here, and we've seen it a couple times in this third quarter. Much love going out to our friends. You know, we're coming to you live from the Barberry Law Studios. Set our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. Talk about that Bill's Custom Fab fabrication of the game on the sweet lay-in from, was it one of them? I think it was Morgan Barotichuk who had the sweet lay-in. We'll have to go back and check that on our highlights. But also much love. Bird All-American Grill, our post-game show sponsor. Clark Modular Homes, Wieferich Financial, Woods Household Appliance, Brad Malley Will Drilling, and Malley Construction. Along with J&J Auto, Blockco Pools and Spas, Konwinski Construction, Weber Brothers Sawmill, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply, ENS Graphics, Mount Pleasant Automotive, and Bryce Updegraff, Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. Here comes that full court pressure from the Kemet girls. Morgan Barotichuk had to pick up a dribble in the backcourt. Gets it to Lexi Barotichuk. Lexi Barotichuk back to Morgan Barotichuk as they break the pressure. Now Lizzie Laney has it. Back to Morgan Barotichuk it goes. She looks to go baseline. Tries to create some space. It's not there. Pass is going to go into the hands of Mahibier. She'll race into the front court. Drop it off to McLaughlin. Her layup is good. Elle McLaughlin now with 8 points. It's down to single digits, 34-29. Here comes more pressure from the Kemet girls. Morgan Barotichuk with the basketball. Awaiting her is McLaughlin. Skip it across to Hutchins. Hutchins, nice decision not to try and get it further down low to Keys. It could have been a turnover there. Probably would have been a pass that I would have made and turned it over. Keys gets it down low to Laney. Laney's been on fire in this one. Hot as a Blocko Jacuzzi. She's bumped on that shot. No foul call. The ball will also go out of bounds. Back to Midland. 34-25, but you know at some point these Kemet girls are going to make some type of run. They're 13-4 on the year, played one of the toughest schedules in the state. The Orla girls 13-3, both teams 1 game behind Saginaw Heritage for the conference, to tie in the conference. There's another steal from Lizzie Laney. Gets the pass up ahead to Kylie Hutchins, who drop it back to Laney. It's going to be an over and back going against the Orla girls. And that's a tough one when you see it sometimes. The girl has to be fully established across the half-court line for that not to be an over and back. And so sometimes it looks like, well, they were across the half. Nope, they've got to be fully established for that to count, or not count, I should say. 34-25 is the score. Officials doing a great job getting together, make sure know exactly where they're going to inbound the ball from. Out there for the Orla girls, it's Kylie Hutchins, Lucy Keys, Lizzie Laney, Morgan Barotichuk, and Lexi Barotichuk. Our substitutions throughout the game, throughout the evening, brought to you by our friends at Mount Pleasant Automotive. We haven't seen a lot of them in this one, as this one has been tight. Most of the 5 starters out there for both teams throughout the game. Another deep 3 from Mahibier off the rim, no good. Long rebound will go out of bounds, sending it back to the Oilers, which will allow the Chemics to set up some pressure. 34-25 is the count. Oiler girls up by 9. Morgan Barotichuk gets it. Doesn't put the dribble on the deck, kind of waits for the defense to come to her. Now gets it back to Keys in the middle. Keys across the half-court line to Lexi Barotichuk it goes. Back to Keys. Keys looks to drive with the left hand, knocked out of her hands, but it goes to Lizzie Laney. Further down low to Hutchins. She turns, looks to get the short jumper, and it drops in for the senior. Big play there from Kylie Hutchins. Puts the Oiler girls back up by double digits. 36-25 with 1:45 left in quarter number 3. What a win this would be for the Oiler girls. Mahibier with the drive, looks for the floater. It's no good. Rebound gathered by Morgan Barotichuk. Tie up in the backcourt. It's going to be a foul going against the Kemet girls. That'll be the 4th team foul of the quarter. The next one will have the Oiler girls shooting free throws. The one thing that does do is allow the Kemet girls to set up full court pressure. 3rd foul going against Reagan Volkel. Barotichuk will inbound it. Up there is Keys, Hutchins, and Lexi Barotichuk. In the backcourt is Lizzie Laney. Want to get in the middle. It's knocked away. Diving on the floor for the loose ball. And not quite a dive, but Arduin comes up with it. He's trapped in the corner. Nice job staying calm, getting it back to McLaughlin. McLaughlin guarded by Kylie Hutchins. Now they go to Mahibier. 1:16 left in the third quarter. 11-point lead for the Orla girls over highly touted Midland High. Arduin with it. Looks for the drive. It's not there. Up top it goes to McLaughlin. McLaughlin looking for the right-hand drive. It's knocked away from her. Diving on the loose ball. Diving for the loose ball is going to be McLaughlin. We're going to have a timeout coming from Midland. So they will retain possession, waiting to see if it's a 30-second or a full timeout. 36-25 the score with 58 seconds left to go in the third quarter. We will keep our broadcast right here. Much love. Bryce up the graph. Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, our sponsor of Closing the Deal. And, oh boy, well, the girls got a ways to go to close the deal, but what a game it has been for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. Taking on this really, really strong Midland High team. They have owned it pretty much the entire way through. They led 11-6 after one, 26-14 at the half. They now lead at 36-25 with under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Our Wieferich Financial, Zade Bachelder Baller of the game, Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, Miss Lizzie Laney. She has got 16 points, 6 in the first, 6 in the second, 4 here in the third. I know she'd give a lot of credit to her teammates getting her the ball down low as well. 36-25 is Midland Chemic basketball with 58 seconds left to go. Hebier will inbound it from her own baseline. Want to find Volk on the backdoor cut. It's not there, so it goes into McLaughlin. She's kind of double team, still gets around it, into the lane it goes. She kind of forces up the shot, and she's going to draw the foul on the play. She got into the lane. 2 free throws coming up for Ella McLaughlin. She's got 8 points so far in this one. Second foul going against Lexi Borodachuk, and just the second team foul going against the Mount Pleasant Oilers. First free throw rattles out, no good for Ella McLaughlin. Oiler girls are 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Kemet girls are now 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Comes the next one from McLaughlin. That one will drop in for the sophomore. She's got 9 points to lead all scorers for the Chemics. Here comes that full court pressure. Hutchins has it off the inbound and gets it back. Now Audrey Lang up to Lexi Borodachuk. It goes. Lexi Borodachuk all the way to lane. Nobody stops ball. Looks to finish. Nice block down low from Ellie Arnold. I don't mind the play at all, though, from Lexi Borodachuk. Just challenge the shot blocker there. Sometimes you're going to get blocked. Sometimes you're going to draw the foul. Sometimes you might even get the and one. Lizzie Laney gets it in the inbound. She bumped on the play. No foul call. Here comes Midland into the front court. The way Laney hit the deck there, you're expecting that whistle to be blown. McLaughlin wants a 3. It's no good. Long rebound ends up in the hands of Lucy Keys. She's bumped on the play. Foul call will go against the Chemics here. It's going to go against Mahibier. That is the 5th team foul, so that'll be free throws coming now for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. And who got bumped on the play exactly? Wait to see who's taking the free throws here. I believe it's going to be Lucy Keys, the sophomore, walking to the charity stripe. Miss Keys doesn't have any points in this ball game, but her fingerprints, as you often hear me say, are all over this 11-point Oiler lead. Sophomore point guard puts up the first free throw and it drops in. 11-point game, 37-26. The Oiler girls in front. 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Again, a storming the court type victory if the Oiler girls can hang on to beat the highly touted Midland Kemet girls. So I have Bubba McClain most likely joining me in our varsity boys contest. These Oiler girls hang on to win here. He is going to be gushing. McLaughlin with it on the perimeter. Goes to Mahibier. Guarding here is Keys. Arnold trying to find an opening. It's not there. Gets it down low. Going to be a foul on the play with just 6 seconds left to go in the third quarter. What a performance so far here from Mount Pleasant. Mahibier will inbound it. Open down low for a moment was McLaughlin. They get it into Arnold. She puts up the shot. It's going to drop in for Ellie Arnold. She's got 8 points. They get it in. They won't get off the shot. We're headed to the fourth quarter. The Oiler girls lead it by 10, 38-28. 13-4 Midland, 13-3 Mount Pleasant. Oh boy, we're headed for an awesome fourth quarter. We're going to take a commercial break and be back with more Oiler girls hoops right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Mount Pleasant girls lead the Midland Chemics by 10, heading to quarter number 4.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant.
Jenna Gates.
And Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
Our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Welcome back inside our Barberry Law Studios. Built by Konwinski Construction on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. 38-28 is our score as we start quarter number 4. Lucy Keys goes around the double team into the front court. Yeah, there's no shot clock in girls high school hoops. Keys with the drive in lane. She's going to be blocked on the play, but she'll head to the free throw line as she draws the foul. No shot clock in girls high school hoops. You're up by 10. If you're Coach French, you got enough confidence in the girls. You're not worried about trying to, quote-unquote, sit on it at any point. But with that 10-point lead, you're not going to care to take as much time off the clock per offensive possession as you need. Keys, first free throw, off the back of the rim for the sophomore. And she's got 2 points through 3 quarters coming from the free throw line, but she's done a lot of great things for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls to affect the score of this ball game. Next free throw coming up for Keys. She squares up to the free throw line. Couple dribbles, bend to the knees. Here comes the free throw. That one also no good. Laney there for the rebound. Kicks it out to Keys for the extra possession for the Oiler girls. And maybe even more important, running some more clock. They get it back down low to Laney. She's double teamed on the play. Bump. Again, no foul call. Some physical play down there. Mahibier with the loose ball. She'll race into the front court for the Chemics. Gets it down low, trying to finish is Reagan Vogel. She creates an opening, but can't get the money to go. Lexi Barodachuk with the rebound for the Oiler girls. Does a nice job spinning out of the double team in the backcourt. Across the half-court line, she goes with a crossover dribble. Keys now tied up with Mahibier. Ball is on the ground. We're going to have a travel going against the Oiler girls. They'll send it back to Mount Pleasant. 38-28 remains the score. If you're Mount Pleasant, no concern about this last 43 seconds. It was a bit sloppy, but you're still up by 10, and you've almost got a minute gone here in quarter number 4. 38-28, the Oiler girls lead the Midland Kemet girls here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. McLaughlin for the three. This would be huge. She reins it in. She's got 12, and it closes the gap to 7. 38-31. Barodachuk double team to the backcourt. Gets it to Keys. Keys now double team. Looks to get away from it. Goes to Barodachuk. Up ahead to Lexi Barodachuk. Timeout coming from Josh French before the 10-second call. They might have got it across the half-court line just in time. 6:52 left to go, fourth quarter. The three from Ella McLaughlin maybe giving the Midland Kemet girls some momentum for the first time in a long time. McLaughlin's got 12. There's also one vacant three-pointer that I missed seeing who shot it for the Kemet girls, and so it could be McLaughlin with 15, actually. You've also got 6 points from Kaya Mahibier for the Midland Chemics. Leading the way for the Oiler girls, you've got 16 from Lizzie Laney, 10 from Lexi Barodachuk, 8 from Morgan Barodachuk, and 2 apiece from Kylie Hutchins and Lucy Keys. As I said, a court-storming type of victory possibly here for the Oiler girls. Probably got to go back 2 or 3 years the last time Mount Pleasant bested Midland High. It's 44-29, Midland in Midland. The Oiler girls lead it here, 38-31. And you know the Kemet girls are going to bring pressure the rest of the way through here. As I say that, they actually back off. They're in a 2-3 zone look now. Barodachuk wants to pass in the middle. It's going to be tipped away. Mahibier with the basketball. Good switch-up defense there from Coach Mahibier. Her daughter, Kaya Mahibier, brings it in the front court. They want to get in the middle to Ellie Arnold. It's knocked away by Laney. Arnold is able to recover. Turns, passes it back to McLaughlin. Shot in the lane is up and good. Ella McLaughlin with 14, and it's now a 5-point game, and here comes that pressure once again. Barodachuk passes it up ahead in the middle to Hutchins. Back to Lexi Barodachuk it goes. She'll slow things down for the Oiler girls. Wants to drop it back to Morgan Barodachuk, but the pass is going to sail too tall and send it back to the Kemek girls. And you now hear the Midland Kemek crowd come alive here at Mount Pleasant High School as they sense momentum and a chance to come back and go up in the fourth quarter here. The Oiler girls are led 11-6 after one, 26-14 at the half. 38-28 heading into this fourth quarter. It's now 38-33. Chemics have got 5. All from McLaughlin. The Oiler girls with nothing. Another pass to McLaughlin in the corner. She up fakes this time. Ellie Arnold wants the 3. No good. Rebounded down low. It's tipped around. It's going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Oiler girls. Lizzie Laney, Morgan Barodachuk both there for the rebound. It sails off of their hands and out of bounds. Inbounding will be Mahibier. Wants to get it into Arnold. It's gathered by McLaughlin. McLaughlin back to Mahibier. Thought about the corner 3. Good closeout from Lucy Keys. Point guard drives. Kicks it out. Reagan Vogel for 3. It's good for the Chemics. Reagan Vogel with her first basket of the game. And it's now just a 2-point ball game. The closest it's been since probably the first quarter. Barodachuk gets it up to Hutchins. Drops it back to Lexi Barodachuk to Lizzie Laney. Her short jumper is good. What a clutch shot from Lizzie Laney. She has got 18 points to lead all scorers in the ball game. It's 40-36. We've now got a tip in the lane on the pass. It's going to be a foul going against Lizzie Laney. 40-36. I said it in that third quarter. You knew Midland was not going to go quietly. And here come the Kemek girls. A little 7-2 or 8-2 run to start this fourth quarter. It's 40-36 with 5:18 left in the ball game. Oiler girls were up 38-28 heading into this fourth quarter. Down low to McLaughlin. It goes blocked by Barodachuk, but she's going to get called for the foul. Ella McLaughlin heading to the free throw line for a pair. The sophomore only had 4 points in the first half. She's got 10 points here in the second half and can add to that total at the free throw line. The Oiler girls lead it 40-36. They've led it all the way, but the Kemek girls trying to close the gap here late as that free throw drops in. Now 15 for Ella McLaughlin. Sophomore's got another one at the charity stripe. Scary to think her twin sister will be back sometime this year as well. That one also good, or I hope she'll be back sometime this year. 2-point game, 5 minutes left. Keys looks to bring it into the front court, gets it to Lexi Barodachuk. Barodachuk's going to have it knocked away from her. It'll stay Oiler girls basketball. 5:07 left. The Chemics making a run here in the fourth quarter. The Oiler girls led by 12 at the half, led by 10 heading into this fourth quarter. Morgan Barodachuk with the basketball. She picks up her dribble, goes back to Lucy Keys. Now to Lexi Barodachuk. She wants the 3. Off the rim, no good. Long rebound gathered by McLaughlin. She'll race into the front court. 3-on-1. She doesn't care. She's going to draw the foul on the play with the Euro step. Kind of would have been caught in no man's land there, but a tough play nonetheless for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. 40-38 is the score. 4:52 left to go in the fourth quarter. I don't think we got free throws coming here for the Chemics. They do not. Mahibier will inbound the ball. Second foul going against Lucy Keys here in the ball game. Got timeout on the floor. Mount Pleasant needs it as well. 38-28, the Oiler girls were up at the end of 3. I said it a few times throughout the game. This would be a court-storming type of victory for the Oiler girls. Obviously not going to happen. You got the boys game coming up here, and I don't think Coach Mack, AD, would allow that here as well. But, man, here come the Chemics fighting back in this fourth quarter. You have already got 7 fourth-quarter points from sophomore star Ella McLaughlin, who had 4 going into the half. Now has 12 points here in the second half to help this Midland Kemek team battle back from a 38-28 deficit heading into this fourth quarter. 10-2 run in this fourth quarter for the Kemek girls. Coach French, the timeout, try to settle his girls down. 10 points from Lexi Barodachuk, 18 from Lizzie Laney, 2 from Kylie Hutchins, 8 from Morgan Barodachuk, and 2 from Lucy Keys. For the Chemics, you've got 16 from McLaughlin, 6 from Mahibier, 2 from Arduin, 3 from Vogel, who just hit a huge 3 moments ago, and 8 for Ellie Arnold. Kemek basketball, they trail by 2 with 4:52 left in the fourth quarter. Into the point where it's so tight, you no longer say in the ball game, you say in the fourth quarter. McLaughlin with it. Want to get it down low. It's knocked away by Lizzie Laney. Boy, her post defense has been unreal today. They've tried to get it down low to Ellie Arnold. She's knocked it away pretty much every single time. Lexi Brodochuk with the basketball. They get it down low to Lizzie Laney. Kicks it back to Lexi Brodochuk in the corner. Drives in the lane. It's not there. Back to Laney. Back to Lexi Brodochuk. She'll drive in. Looks for the short floater. No good. There for the rebound is Reagan Vogel. Drops it off to Mahibier. Point guard will bring it into the front court for the Kemet girls. McLaughlin with it. To Arnold. To Vogel. Back to Mahibier. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Oiler girls lead it by 2. Forcing her way in the lane is Mahibier. She's going to draw the foul on the play. Really close call there. Whether that was going to be a foul or the way she got tied up might have been a travel. Nonetheless, it's going to be the 4th team foul going against the Oilers, which will have the Kemek shooting free throws the rest of the way. Mahibier gets the ball into Arnold. Her short jumper, no good. Rebound, going to be an over the back going against the Kemeks. Borodachuk, great box out there. That's the 4th foul going against Ella McLaughlin as well. If McLaughlin comes out of this game for the Kemeks, she has been their number 1 scoring option. That would be huge for the Oiler girls. Morgan Borodachuk with the basketball. They're taking their time against this half-court pressure. To Lexi Borodachuk it goes. She'll bring it up across the half-court line in time. Now to Morgan Borodachuk. Kicks it back out to Lexi Borodachuk. Now to Lucy Keys. Keys back to Lexi Borodachuk at the top of the key. Oiler girls hanging on to a 2-point lead, 40-38. Lexi Borodachuk to Morgan Borodachuk. It's knocked away by Mahibier. Great defense. And it's going to be a double dribble going against Mahibier. She knew it as soon as she did it. It's great defense to get the ball back, but then shuffle the feet, double dribbled, goes back to the Oilers with 3:24 left to go in quarter number 4. It is a 2-point game here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Morgan Borodachuk has it on the perimeter. Guarding her, Ella McLaughlin, who's got 4 fouls. She's kind of holding the basketball. Now she'll put it on the deck, wasting as much time as she can. She'll go around the screen, into the lane she goes. Wants to drop it down low to Laney. They kick it out to Lexi Borodachuk. Her drive, looking for the floater. Over the defense! It's good! And the foul! Lexi Borodachuk with 12 can make it 13 with the hoop and the harm at the free throw line. That foul goes against Ellie Arnold. That'll be her 4th foul as well. So Ellie Arnold, Ella McLaughlin, both have 4 fouls as well for the Kemet girls. Free throw for Lexi Borodachuk is true. She has 13 on the night. Back to a 5-point lead for the Oiler girls with 2:55 left in the fourth quarter. Mahibier drives the baseline. They work it around the perimeter. Vogel open on the catch and shoot. What a clutch shot from the senior. Her second 3 of the fourth quarter. Back to a 2-point game, 43-41. Keys across the half-court line. Back to Lexi Borodachuk. Wants to go to Morgan Borodachuk. It's knocked away. Morgan Borodachuk into the lane. Kicks it back out to Hutchins. Now to Keys, to Lexi Borodachuk. They get it in the middle to Lizzie Laney. She's going to be fouled from behind by Arnold. That's going to be 5 on Arnold as well. That will be huge. Laney has kind of owned that matchup tonight as she's got 18. Arnold's got 8. But both girls have played so well down low. That is going to be a big factor with her coming out of the game. Katie McPeak checks in for the Kemeks. But don't get it twisted. If you're on this Kemet girls team, you can hoop. You can play ball. McPeak's still going to be a factor out there for the Kemeks. Want to get it into Hutchins. She's open down low for the lay-in on the pass from Morgan Borodachuk. Hutchins has got 4. The Oiler girls are back up 4 with 2:17 left. Mahibier in the lane, looks for the floater. No good. Big rebound from Lizzie Laney. Up ahead to Hutchins. Hutchins dribbles into the front court, drops it back to Lexi Borodachuk. She splits the double team. Kicks it in the corner here near side to Morgan Borodachuk. She'll hold the basketball. Drives baseline. It's knocked away from her from behind. It'll go out of bounds, but stay here with the Oiler girls. 1:58 left in the fourth quarter. The Oiler girls lead it by 4, 45 to 41. Morgan Barodachuk will inbound it for the Oiler girls. Goes into Lexi Barodachuk. Back to Morgan Barodachuk. Back to Lexi Barodachuk. To Hutchins across the way. Back to Keys it goes at the top of the key. Keys now double team. It's going to be knocked away from her. Tries to keep possession, but Vogel comes away with it. She'll race into the front court. Looks to go all the way with her hand. Not there. Lexi Barodachuk with the defense and the rebound. Morgan Barodachuk now with it in the backcourt. Going to be fouled on the play. 1:34 left to go. 5th team foul against the Chemics. Morgan Barodachuk headed to the charity stripe. Morgan Barodachuk with 8 points in the game. And if it wasn't for Lizzie Laney's completely dominant play, she would probably be our Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game for her defensive effort. First free throw for Barodachuk is nothing but net. She has 9. It's a 5-point lead for the Oiler girls. Second free throw for Morgan Barodachuk. That one no good. Lizzie Laney with the rebound. Passes it out to Lucy Keys. To Morgan Barodachuk. What a board down low from Laney. Lexi Barodachuk loses it for a moment. Is able to retain possession. Now takes it to Lane. Back to Laney. Smart play from Lizzie Laney. She holds the basketball. Knowing running clock is the most important thing here. Lexi Barodachuk with it on the perimeter. Wants to pass it down low. Skying in to knock it away is Jensen Arduin. Boy, our doubleheader, the Oiler boys and the Chemic boys, has got a lot to live up to after this one. And this one's still not over. 1:10 left to go. 5-point game. The Chemics very capable of coming back. Ball goes into Lucy Keys. Keys pressure, does a nice job using a pivot. Get out of it. She's going to be double teamed in the backcourt. She's going to be hammered. Heading to the free throw line will be Lucy Keys. She's 2 of 4 on the evening. Made a pair in the third quarter. Missed a pair here in this fourth quarter. 1:03 left. That's the 4th foul going against Jensen Arduin as well. And so the Chemics with a whole lot of foul trouble. Arnold's already out of the game. McLaughlin's got 4. Arduin's got 4. Here comes these free throws from Lucy Keys. The Oiler girls lead it by 5. 1:03 left in the fourth quarter. They led it 38-28. Chemics had it within 2 points a couple times here in this fourth quarter, but could never actually tie or take the lead from the Oiler girls. First free throw, no good from Lucy Keys. Here comes the second from the sophomore point guard. That one does go in. She's got 3. Mahibier across the half-court line. Chemics got to work in a hurry. Down 6, under a minute left to go. Looking to drive the baseline. They want to kick it in the corner. It's not there. Great defense from the Oiler girls. To Vogel it goes. She's already knocked down 2 here in the fourth quarter. Now McLaughlin kicks it out. Here comes a 3 from McPeak. That's no good. Rebound gathered down low by Arduin. Her putback no good. Hutchins there for the rebound. She's double teamed in the backcourt here. We're going to have a jump ball. Possession arrow will allow it to stay with Midland. Big tie up there from the Chemic girls. Great hustle. No quit in this Midland Chemic team. Here comes the timeout on the floor. We're not going anywhere for the final 37 seconds. I'll make the joke that we're going to have lots of time to play commercials in between our 2 varsity contests. The Mount Pleasant girls lead at 47-41. Again, you go to earlier this year, it was a 44-29 victory for Midland at Midland. We'll pull up the schedule for the Oiler girls last year. Last year they lost Midland at home 49-41. That was the only regular season game actually last year as I scroll back through. They had one canceled, so maybe weren't able to play that second game. But it was a 49-41 victory last year for the Chemic girls. This year was a 44-29 victory for the for the Chemic girls over in Midland. Now the Oiler girls have a 6-point lead. 37 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter. Out on the floor for the Oiler girls. Barodachuk square, Lexi Morgan, Kylie Hutchins, Lucy Keys, and Lizzie Laney. And think about that out on the floor. 2 Barodachuks, Keys, Laney. There's 4 sophomores out there for the Oiler girls. Long pass goes into Arduin. To McLaughlin it goes. Now to Vogel. Now to Mahibier. She's open on the catch and shoot. No good. Long rebound gathered by Vogel in the corner, but there's Laney and Barodachuk with the trap. It's going to be knocked away. Last touch by Midland. It'll be Oiler girls basketball. 24 seconds left in the ball game. You're going to see some intense pressure here from the Kemet girls. Well, get it into Lucy Keys and throw it up to her. She's going to make the catch on the O for Oilers. Now brings it across the half-court line. If you're Mount Pleasant, you don't need to take a shot here. We're going to have a foul on the play that's going to go against Mahibier. That'll send Keys back to the free throw line. Still a 6-point lead for the Oiler girls. Lucy Keys is 3 of 6 from the free throw line here in this one. But boy, she's done a lot of things to help the Oiler girls have this 6-point lead under a minute remaining. First free throw off the front of the rim, no good for the sophomore. So one more, get 2-possession game here would be big. Here comes the free throw for Keys. She does hit that one to make it a 7-point game for the Oiler girls. Mahibier's got to race ahead. Kemet girls have got to put something up in a hurry. She's going to put up the deep, deep three. It's off the rim, no good. Long rebound gathered by the Kemet. Shot for Vogel, no good. There's another rebound down low for Lizzie Laney, and a fitting way to end it. The Oiler girls beat Midland High 48-41. You can see how big of a win that is for the Oiler girls bench. They win it 48-41. A resounding victory, a statement victory for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls as they take out the team that's been the top of the Saginaw Valley League North for the last couple of years. And now they remain just one game out from Saginaw United in that race for a conference championship. What a performance from the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. Going to take a break and come back with our Bird All-American Girl postgame show. Kind of hand out some of these accolades. I talked about it a lot throughout the game. Heading towards the end there, you know who the baller of the game is going to be. But we're going to come back and talk about it a little bit more because what a victory for the Oiler girls. 48-41. They take out the Midland High Chemics. Back to put a bow on this game and to get ready for our second game, Mount Pleasant Midland High, the boys version, coming right up. We'll be back right after this with our Bird All-American Girl postgame show.
Wieferich Financial knows it can be incredibly overwhelming to navigate the world of financial planning. With trusted guidance and easy-to-understand advice, you can feel comfortable in your financial future with Wieferich Financial. Wieferich Financial assists people in all stages of life with a specialization in retirement and investment planning. Experience the power of working with an advisor dedicated to your success. Visit WieFrichFinancial.com. Visit them in downtown Mount Pleasant. Call or text 989-953-7888. Wieferich Financial, member SIPC. The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Senior night going on right now for the Mount Pleasant Oiler boys before they start to count things down. But we're back to talk about the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. Because, boy, what a win they just had. They are now 14-3 on the year. The Midland Chemics dropped to 13-5 on the year, and the Oiler girls are now in sole possession of second place for that Saginaw Valley League North Championship. And also, they share a district with Midland High. So this game could go a long, long way in deciding who will have that bye, who will take on the lowest seed in district play. What a performance from the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. Our Zade Bachelder Baller of the game, Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, Miss Lizzie Laney, 18 points, definitely over 10 boards in the ball game. 2, 3, 4 tips, 2, 3, 4 blocks. She was unbelievable for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. She's getting all the accolades. Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game, Zade Bachelder Baller of the game. I'm going to have to go back and double check on my highlights, whether it was Lexi Barodachuk or Morgan Barodachuk that had our Bills Custom Fab fabrication of the game with a sweet scoop layup and an and one opportunity. But other scores besides Lizzie Laney's 18, 4 from Lucy Keys, 9 from Morgan Barochuk, 4 from Kylie Hutchins, and 13 from Lexi Barochuk, including the and one at the end that kind of closed the deal of that game. Brought to you by our friends Bryce Updegraff, Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman, and Associates. So there's game 1 of game 2 this evening. Oh, we got so much more coming up. I'm going to send it out to a commercial break here. Your boy's going to go hit the restroom. And so if it does come back on that Mid-Michigan Sports Network screen for just a moment, don't worry. I'm headed right back here for the action as we got Mount Pleasant, Midland, the boys basketball version. And again, all the seniors being honored out there on the floor right now, including my main man, Brenton Scobie, out there rocking that 33. I think Joe Marciano's the head of the student broadcasting program here at Mount Pleasant High School. But if you have somebody who was like second in charge, yeah, probably be my main man, Scobie. Time for a break here on our Bird All-American Girl postgame show as we head into our Woods Household pregame show for the second part of our doubleheader action. Mount Pleasant, Midland High, the girls with a huge 48-41 victory. See if the boys can go for the Chemic sweep here on this evening. Back with more Woods Household pregame show right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Jenna Gates
And Kyle Gates here. We are the 5th generation with Gates Drilling and Service.
We've been serving our friends and neighbors in Michigan since 1893.
We have the latest and greatest well drilling technology, allowing us to put in wells where others can't.
Lake lots and tight spaces are no problem.
From our family to yours, thank you, and call at 989-772-7841 for all your well drilling and service needs.
Gates Drilling and Service, where Gates goes, water flows.
Bill's Custom Fab can handle any job you need, from large-scale steel building projects to fixing your favorite stainless serving pan. Bill's Custom Fab can weld and fabricate anything. Call today at 989-772-5817 or stop by on Gover Parkway in Mount Pleasant. Good luck to all of our local athletes from Bill's Custom Fab.
The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, open every day but Sunday for lunch and dinner. Delicious pizza, the world-famous Bird Burger, handcrafted, fresh-baked subs, many apps, and much more. There's something for everyone at The Bird in downtown Mount Pleasant, where friends gather like family. The Bird, supporting high school sports in mid-Michigan for nearly 100 years. We have all seen this sticker, maybe in Mount Pleasant, Beale City, Ithaca, or Traverse City. There is a reason you see that sticker everywhere. That's because Dick Sova Auto Sales has been selling sharp used cars and trucks for 3 generations. Stop in to see the Sova family in downtown Shepherd for your next low-mileage, immaculate car and see why they're known for over 40 years of fantastic customer service. Or you can view their inventory now at DickSovaAutoSales.com. Dick Sova Auto Sales, selling sharp used cars and trucks and supporting sharp student athletes. Powell Frame and Collision knows we all spend a lot of time looking out the windshield. So if yours gets cracked, dented, damaged, or destroyed, Powell Frame and Collision, along with their expert collision service, now offers expert auto glass replacement. Working with insurance, they can replace all makes and all models, including new advanced driver assistance system windshields. Mention you saw this ad and you get $100 off of your windshield replacement. Powell Frame and Collision, downtown Shepherd. For over 4 decades, ENS Graphics has delivered confidence, trust, and peace of mind by providing their customers with expert service and using state-of-the-art technology. We all know in sports, what's on the inside counts the most. But when it comes to your business, school, organization, what's on the outside does matter. If your business needs anything printed, ENS Graphics can do it. If you want your club, team, organization to look good, ENS can help with that. They take your vision and make it their mission. ENS Graphics, a proud supporter of the Mid-Michigan community and their local athletes. Visit ENS Graphics at their location down in Ithaca or visit their website at esgraphics.com. ENS Graphics, printing all things physical.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. As we go from our Bird All-American Girl postgame show to our Woods Household pregame show for doubleheader action. Mount Pleasant Oiler boys now set to take on the Midland Chemists, looking for the sweep. What a victory that was for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls over Midland High. I will talk about it through this boys basketball game. You had 13-3 versus 13-4. This one's a little bit different with 14-4 versus 3-14. But again, these two schools get together you throw the records completely out. Earlier this year, it was Midland High coming back in the second half to lose just by 2 to Mount Pleasant over at Midland. And so Midland High very, very capable of giving the Mount Pleasant Orla boys a tough battle, and very capable. And again, I don't know if you want to call that last game an upset, but Midland, again, so highly touted, so highly ranked. The Mount Pleasant Orla girls, that 48-41 victory. They now still have a chance to stay alive. They're still alive, I guess, in the Saginaw Valley League North, as they will play Heritage one more time. And so, oh boy, what a monster game that is going to be. Shout out to Ella McLaughlin, 16 for the Midland Chemics. I think the 2 times that we've seen here this year, she's combined for 40-something points. Just unbelievable. But the Barodachuk sisters combined for 22. They handled the ball great. They played great defense along with Lucy Keys. And then down low, you had Kylie Hutchins and Lizzie Laney were an absolute force. But Lizzie Laney was that Zade Bachelder Baller. The game brought to you by our friends at Wieferich Financial with 18 points. Boy, she was great all the way through. And Ellie Arnold had 8 points to boot for the Midland Chemics. But again, you get those 2 girls matching up down low. Who's ever going to win that battle a lot of times is going to win that game, unless you get a girl hot like a Blocko Jacuzzi, which happened over in Midland for Miss Ella McLaughlin, but just didn't happen here in this one. Now it's time to slide the boys high school hoops. Mount Pleasant Oilers, it was a 51-49 victory, I believe. 2-point victory, that I know for sure. Midland had a chance to tie the game late. Bray Turner-Smith tried to find the shot, could not get it. It was swatted away by the great defensive Zay Rodriguez. Another big factor in this game for the Mount Pleasant Oilers, you have Will Garcia back in the lineup, who was not out there against the Midland Chemics when they played earlier this year. And when it comes to the Chemics, it was kind of all about 3 guys. Jacoby Lind down low is going to have some size against this Mount Pleasant squad, but as I say that, I don't see the big man warming up. So that could be a huge miss for the Chemics, as it would take away the size advantage they would have. Wouldn't have the strength advantage down low against Nate Davis, Will Garcia, and Tyler Shell, but would have that height advantage down low. Take that away for the Chemics, and it's going to be a really, really tough out for them. But if the Chemics are going to win this game, are going to stay with the Mount Pleasant Oilers, it's going to be Bennett Smith and Bray Turner-Smith. The senior Bennett Smith, I think he had 20 in our game earlier this year over at Midland High. And it seemed like every time the Chemics were out of the game, he came back with a huge basket to keep his team in the game. So Bennett Smith is the guy. If you're the Mount Pleasant Oilers and you can shut him down, you're going to be in good shape to win this one. Let's take a break here on our Woods Household pregame show. When we come back, talk a little bit more about this game, some keys to victory for the Mount Pleasant Oilers, and we'll see if Mr. Bubba McLean is going to join us as well. So it was one of those, didn't even ask him, didn't even tell him I was coming to do the game. If he ventures over here, though, we're going to throw a headset at him. It is the Mount Pleasant Oilers boys, the Midland Chemic boys, ready to battle it out just after the Mount Pleasant girls picked up a huge victory over the Midland Chemic girls. Back with more Woods Household pregame show right after this on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hi, I'm attorney Joe Barbary. Just like doctors specialize in areas of medicine, at Barbary Law, we specialize in getting you the best possible results. If you've been injured by someone else's negligence, you owe it to yourself and your family. Call our legal team. At Barbary Law, we focus on one thing, and that's getting you the compensation you deserve. Every case we take personally.
My attorney is Joe Barbary, he can be yours too.
Mumford Oil and Gas Supply is your one-stop shop for top quality products and procurement in the Michigan oil and gas industry. With over 45 years of experience and a strong commitment to customer satisfaction, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply delivers the best solutions for your oil and gas production, drilling, and service needs. If you need it, Mumford Oil and Gas Supply can get it. Visit them on Fancher's Day or give them a call at 989-317-8582.
Welcome back to it here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network on our Woods Household pregame show. What a victory for the Mount Pleasant Oilers girls, 48-41 over the Midland Chemic girls. Now, slide over here to the boys' game. I mentioned it, big miss out there. No Jacoby Lind for the Midland Chemic boys. That takes away the one advantage you would have if you're Midland, is that height that he would have out there to go against the Oilers. And so Oilers, they only won by 2. They were up pretty good against Midland earlier. Chemists kind of came roaring back in that second half, but I put them up, Pleasant Oil boys 10, 15-point favorites in this one now, considering that there's no Jacoby Lind out there. You can see the boys heading towards the bench right now as we get ready to roll and say Mr. Bubba McLean now heading up here. We'll throw a headset at him, and I know he's going to be pretty darn excited when we bring him on the air because of what that Oiler varsity girls squad just did. Not to mention his JV girls picked up a huge victory in the JV contest as well. And so I know I'm joined by a very, very excited Jason Bubba McLean. First, let's talk about your JV girls. You guys trailed at the half and just dominated in the second half to win that one.
Yeah, there was a come to whatever meeting at halftime with those young ladies in my game. But no, the effort was good. They played really well. Just Midland had a couple girls that didn't play the first time we played them. I mean, we beat them 51-6 the first time, but give Midland JV girls credit. They came out and played really hard, hit some threes. We weren't our best on defense, but then we settled in, made some adjustments at halftime, and the girls played extremely hard, had a really nice rhythm. And it's always good to win a game, but when you learn in the process, whether it's a win or loss, you're making your program better. And then that varsity game, I don't know. You know, Coach French has done just a remarkable job with this group. I mean, extremely young, only played 6 girls tonight. But we got up in the first half, attacked Midland, who's a very, very good team, very young like us, well coached, very skilled. And our girls just decide, you know, after the first time we played them, why not us type of thing.
It's my time right now.
It is. I mean, when's the last time a Mount Pleasant varsity girls program has beaten Midland Dow in Midland back-to-back? And we've got another big one on
I started to look
Friday.
for it and couldn't go back and find all that, but I referred to it a few times throughout the game as a storm the court type victory for the Oiler girls. And the fact that you let it all the way through.
Yes.
It was 11-6 after one, 26-14 at the half, 38-28, and then they came roaring back in the fourth quarter as you knew they would.
Totally.
Really great team, but they never tied the game.
No.
They never took the lead. And people don't realize how big of a factor that is when you're two teams that are battling it out. When one team just stays in front the whole time and you're that other team and you just can't quite crack the cookie, I'll say. It's a big, big factor. And you were kind of waiting. Like, all right, here comes Midland. Are they going to take over this game? But as you said, the girls said, no, it's my time right now. Lizzie Laney, 18 points.
Huge. I don't know how many shot deflections. I don't know how many altered shots.
They couldn't
how
get
many
it to
rebounds.
Ellie
They really
Arnold down
couldn't.
low.
And that was the problem the first time we played them, is that Ellie kind of imposed her will, and Lizzie never really got in a rhythm. But tonight, I think that was a focus. Again, Coach French is doing such a good job with this group, and they kind of had a focus and a mindset that they needed to get the ball inside. When you have a 6'3" athletic girl like Lizzie, you have to take advantage of that skill set, and I think they did a really good job of that tonight. And then, I mean, we just got things going at the right time and just sustained everything, and timely free throw shooting. I mean, they have sophomores, we have sophomores, and we had a couple seniors that got in and did some really good things. Kylie Hutchins had a big basket. Audrey came in and gave him some really good minutes tonight. But at the end of the day, it's like, wow, you finally are starting to see what these last couple summers of work are really, how it's coming to fruition, how it's really the mindset of these kids are changing. It's really fun to watch because you see it every day, and practices have been competitive. It's really, really fun to see all the success that we're having. So, I mean, it's amazing. I'm super, super excited to see what we have in store. We got another big one on Friday with Heritage, and then we go down to DeWitt next week. So, yeah, as Coach French, I see him right here, right now next to us. I mean, it's just such a huge, huge win for our girls program.
And actually, we're going to hand the headset over here to Coach French for a couple minutes, and I'm going to make the joke that Coach French is banned from coming on live Mount Pleasant boys broadcasts. I think when you joined me over at Midland High, Coach French, I think it was a 12-0 run for the Midland boys, and so made the joke with Bubba here that said, we'll put you on the pregame and leave you off during the game so the Oiler boys can run away with it. First of all, 44-29 at Midland. Look like a different team out here. How proud are you of your girls?
You know, that's what I told them in the locker room. I mean, I got no words other than way to go, girls. Showered with water, and I told them, I said, I got nothing better to say than I'm so stinking proud of you girls. They worked hard all week. We had Dow coming off that Dow game. I mean, we got a tough run, and I'm just really proud of the girls.
Yep, you guys now have a chance to go. Is it to Saginaw Heritage or is it here?
It's here
versus Saginaw Heritage Friday. You guys win that game, you're tied atop of the conference with Saginaw Heritage, and that to have you so excited. And then the crazy thing that I talked about, playing 4 sophomores a lot. Lucy Keys, 2 Perotachuk girls, and Lizzie Laney, who are all superstars in their own right, but just an unbelievable performance from those 4 girls. And the one that had a single out tonight was Lizzie Laney, who had 18 points. The tips, the deflections that she had, the rebounds that she had, and then towards the end, a couple of the missed free throws you guys had, she was just right there from the board, and it was almost more important for her to get that rebound and give you guys the extra possession to run that clock.
Yeah, Lizzie's starting to mature, right? She was pretty young last year as a freshman. The sophomores are off and running. It's going to be a good couple years coming up, I think. I tell Lizzie every game, I'm like, you got to play as big as you are. There's no reason you shouldn't dominate out there and get tough. And like I said, she's young, but she's maturing, and I'm just so – I don't know what to say, Spock. I'm just so proud of them. I don't know.
Yep. I was going to say, I said it several times throughout the game. I was thinking of the Duke, North Carolina game from this weekend. This would be a storm the court type victory for the Oiler girls if they were able to hang on to win. And what you had to really love, it looked like the Kemet girls were going to come take it in the fourth quarter. But your team, they never let them tie the game. They never let them take the lead. And that's such a big deal. When you build that lead against a team, yeah, they can come roaring back. But as long as you always keep that lead, you feel pretty good about things.
Yeah, we knew if we keep it around the 40-point mark, we had a shot to win at the end. So that's pretty much what we did.
Yep, and things kind of winding down right now. You can see kind of everybody getting ready for the national anthem. I'll put Coach French on mute, and we'll hand the headset back over to Bubba. But a big, big win, a big congratulations to Coach French. I'll say it again, a storm the court type victory for the Oiler girls tonight here over the Midland Chemics. Now the Mount Pleasant Oiler boys look to go for the sweep of Midland High here tonight, which could not make anybody happier in Mount Pleasant to get that sweep over Midland High. We'll be back with the opening tip. Boys High School Hoops coming right up on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Hi, I'm attorney Joe Barbary. Just like doctors specialize in areas of medicine, at Barbary Law, we specialize in getting you the best possible results. If you've been injured by someone else's negligence, you owe it to yourself and your family to call our legal team. At Barbary Law, we focus on one thing, and that's getting you the compensation you deserve. Every case we take personally.
My attorney is Joe Barbary. He can be yours too.
Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant Automotive on Mission has been serving local auto shops and do-it-yourselfers since 1988. Mount Pleasant Automotive is locally owned and carries all the auto part, car care products, and auto maintenance supplies you will need. Visit them online at mtpleasantautomotive.com. Mount Pleasant Automotive, caring for our cars and our local student athletes. Ogwai and Bradley on Main Street in Mount Pleasant provides uncompromising integrity when providing tax and accounting services to individuals and small businesses in the Mid-Michigan area. Ogwai and Bradley has an expert CPA ready to help you, whether you're an individual that needs help with taxes or a business that needs help with, just about everything. Ogwai and Bradley is a leader in the community and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Visit them online at bwbpc.com or stop into their office on Main Street in downtown Mount Pleasant. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes working hard and showing pride for our community. For all of your real estate needs, go with Joe. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-817-1291. Brickner & Bunker Farm Bureau Insurance Group is Mid-Michigan's #1 team for protecting what matters most to you. Home, auto, life, farm, business. They offer a wide variety of coverage at affordable rates with the customer service of a best friend. Visit Brickner & Buckner Farm Bureau Insurance Group on Pickard Road or visit them online at bricknerbunkerinsurance.com.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back to it here on this Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Starters introduced just moments ago for the Midland Chemics, and the one big thing that I'm looking at when I look over at the Midland Chemics, Jacoby Lind is not out there. The one advantage that you might have if you're the Midland Chemics is that size. And not strength down low with Nate Davis, but you do have that size advantage. That's gone. And so Mount Pleasant started to run away with the game a little bit early against Midland Chemics, but the Chemics ended up coming back with a great performance from Bennett Smith. He's now on the away floor, and it's senior night. Mr. Brenton Scobie, Nate Davis, Will Garcia, also out there. Is that Caden Cohey out there? Or
no.
It's just Jack Shez Batowski. I got that right? Shez Batowski. Well, that's a shout-out to Brenton Scobie for giving me that one there. But we got senior night out there. It's Scobie. It's Davis. It's Garcia. It's Rodriguez. And Mr. Shezbatowski as we get ready to go on the action. Chris Bachman joined by Bubba McClain for this varsity game. And, yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot what the girls just did moments ago because what a huge victory that was for the Mount Pleasant Oilers girls basketball program. Tip is won by the Oilers. Zay Rodriguez into the front court. Goes to Will Garcia. Now Shezbatowski with it. Back to Garcia. Garcia looks to drive a kick across court here to Nate Davis. Puts it on the deck. Now Scobie with it near the top of the key. Scobie guarded by Bray Turner-Smith. Now Rodriguez with the basketball. He'll look to drive in a lane. Gets all the way to the hoop. Shot
and
up.
one.
No, almost dropped in for the senior. Little head to the free throw line for a pair. Zay Rodriguez, when he gets that shimmy, he gets that shake going. He's going to go just about anybody here in the state of Michigan.
I think attacking downhill is the game plan tonight without 6'8", 6'9" in there. So I think you're going to see that. Mount Pleasant going to run that 5-out motion that they do so well. And that's the nice thing about these kids that don't normally get a chance to play as much with senior night is that they practice every day against this. So they should know it to a T as far as what they're going to do. And now you might see Mount Pleasant, if they make this, get a little bit of extra pressure.
And a big job by Josh French there bringing back my phone as he walked off with it. Second one is good from Zay Rodriguez. A business phone, though. He wouldn't have found anything nefarious in there, anything like that. But it would have been trouble, I think, coming to the end of this game looking for the phone. Here comes the Midland Oiler offense.
Look at you using big words.
Yeah, Weideman across the half-court line. They kick it out to Bray Turner-Smith. In the corner, it goes to Blaylock. He looks to drive. Back to Smith it goes.
As we talked to last Friday against the Dow, this is the time where Mount Pleasant to start really building that depth, too. That's huge that you have to do here in late February.
Bennett Smith goes for the three. It's not there. Into the front court. They get it way ahead to Brent Scobie in the corner. Thought about the triple try. Instead, he'll get it back to Will Garcia towards the top of the key. Garcia gets a screen from Nate Davis. Up fakes, thought about it. Now looks to pass it to Shezbatowski. Just a little miscommunication there as it sails out of bounds. 6:57 left to go here in our first quarter. 2-0 lead for the Oilers in this one. All in the basket from Zay Rodriguez, or the free throws, pardon me, from Zay Rodriguez. And another thing when you're Midland as well, too, when you take out Lind of that lineup, you're not replacing it with 6'1", 6'2". It's 5'10" out there now instead of 6'7". Here comes a three from Bray Turner-Smith. That's no good. Actually, pardon me, that was Gibbs Blaylock with the triple try there. But that might be the recipe for Midland here in this one. Drive, kick, and shoot. If you get somebody to get hot like a Blocko Jacuzzi, I think that's how they might stay in this game and maybe beat the Oilers. Rodriguez with the drive. Kicks it out to Shezbatowski. Now Scobie with it in the corner. He'll drive with the left hand. Back to Shezbatowski. Back to Rodriguez in the corner. Being guarded by Bennett Smith. Now to Garcia it goes, top of the key. He'll look to drive with the left hand. Back to Rodriguez it goes. Good defense here from the Chemex on this possession. Oilers kind of stuck with it on one half side of the floor, though. Now Scobie looks to drive. He'll kick it to Garcia. It's going to be knocked away. I'm actually going to say it went off of Garcia's knee. It's going to send it back to the Chemex, much to the dismay of the Oiler crowd here.
To your point, though, they had the best seat in the house, so obviously they made the call.
Best seat in the house, brought to you by Woods Household Equipment. It is definitely those officials out there, and we need more officials in Michigan as well. Head to MHSA.com and click on the Be the Referee tab, and it's also not a bad way to make a couple extra bucks in the evening if you're looking for an extra gig out there. Bray Turner-Smith with it on the perimeter. Back to Smith. It goes to the top of the key. Looks to drive, guarded by Rodriguez. Remember, late in that fourth quarter was Bray Turner-Smith that wanted to take that last shot. It was blocked at the last second. The game-tying shot attempt by Zay Rodriguez.
Mount Pleasant's doing a great job of keeping them on the paint so far, too, except, of course, there he goes.
Nice move. Out to Bennett Smith for the three. In and out, no good. Those are the shots that he knocked down that kept Midland in the game the first time these two teams played.
Absolutely.
Rodriguez across the half-court line with the left-handed dribble. Kicks it out to Nate Davis at the top of the key. Cross-court to Mr. Brenton Scobie. Scobie to Shezbatowski, now to Will Garcia. Garcia with a shake and bake. Into lane he goes. Turns, spins, it's not there. Good defense down low from Gibbs Blaylock. Back to Scobie it goes at the top of the key. Scobie's going to hand things back off to Zay Rodriguez. 5:05 left to go, first quarter. 2-0 Oilers with the lead here on senior night. Brenton Scobie with the basketball. Zay Rodriguez it goes. They get it down low to Will Garcia. See if he can go to work down here. Going to be fouled on the shot and led to the free throw line for a pair.
Nice little baseline cut there by Mount Pleasant there to get Will the ball inside, and he did the rest, get to the free throw line.
Yeah, but I thought Will did a really good job right there. He just kind of noticed there was hands all over the place, went up, lost control of the basketball. A very easy foul call for the official.
And physically what you have out there, I mean, you can tell, Brenton spent a lot of time in the weight room. Nathan spent a lot of time in the weight room. Obviously, Will spent a lot of time in the weight room. So take advantage of that girth inside. As you see, one of the Midland bench players coming. He's got a little bit more size to him, but that's what Mount Pleasant has to do, too. Get the ball on the block, get them to their guards because they're more physical than what Midland's going to do. And then once you get in a rhythm, continue to work inside out and go from there.
Yeah, but Hudson Behringer coming into the game for the Chemics. And you mentioned it's just size at pretty much every position out there for the Mount Pleasant Oilers, which is something they're not used to having. And
Correct.
if they do got it, it's going to be in trouble because we know how skilled they are as a team. Weideman across the half-court line. Awaiting him is Zay Rodriguez. Handed off to Behringer. As I mentioned, he's just into the game here for the Chemics. Now Bennett Smith with it. He's going to be the guy if they're going to win this game, in my opinion. Weideman now with it, goes cross-court to Jones. Back to Bennett Smith. Guarding him is Nate Davis. Bennett Smith in the lane, up in our block by Nate Davis. Scobie hustling for the
Nice
loose
job,
ball
Brett.
as well. Drops it back to Will Garcia. Big-time hustle play there from Davis and Scobie. Up ahead it goes to Zay Rodriguez. He spins in the lane, shot up and good! Woo!
Great hustle by Scobie. Zay did the rest. Seniors, that's what they do, man.
That's a full court highlight right there from one end to the other. Smith drives in, kicks it out, gives Blaylock for the three, off the rim, no good. Will Garcia up off the ground to grab the rebound. He races into the front court with the right-handed dribble. All the way to the hoop, tries to force it up. It's not there. He loses it. Dive on the floor for the loose ball. Garcia and Scobie passes it off to Rodriguez. Great hustle from the Oilers here in the opening part of this ball game. That's going to be a turnover there. A little jinx from this guy. Now Blaylock with it. Extra pass to Bennett Smith. Scobie kind of tries to ride him to avoid the foul. Smith with a great play. Gets it to go and draws the foul. I don't mind that there from Scobie. Kind of try to run him underneath the hoop. It looked like he wasn't touching him or anything. But as I say, best view in the house. It is those officials out there. The foul call goes on Scobie. Headed to the free throw line is Bennett Smith. And a line change now coming in for the Oilers.
But that was 4.5 really good minutes by those seniors. I mean, if you're Coach Shell, you can be really, obviously you reward them because of their time in the program and everything, but that's a great job by those four. You're up 3 points right now. You get the four sophomores and the junior coming in, but those guys, don't get comfortable on the bench because they've proven that they can play and play well in this situation.
Now out there for the Oilers, it's Xavier Krazier, Noel Helm, Braylon French, Jake Hutchins, and Tyler Shell. Again, still a lot of basketball experience out here with these guys, despite some of them being sophomores. Hutchins has it, top of the key. Oilers lead at 6-3, 3:20 left to go first quarter. Xavier Krazier gets the ball on the baseline. Out to Shell, thought about the triple try. Now to Hutchins it goes. Noel Helm. Helm's going to hand it off to Xavier Krazier. Out to Tyler Shell. He's open for the catch and shoot. That's dangerous.
Really worked hard on that shot. I mean, he literally has worked so hard. Setting his feet, rising fire, great dish, and great job by Tyler to make the three.
Well, and I'll go back. Tyler Shell, he's had to shoot that ball from deep his whole life because there's no way Josh letting him bring it into the paint when they were playing in the driveway as
or
kids.
Dad. Or dad, for that matter. Or any of his cousins.
Foul going to go on the perimeter against the Oilers. 9-3, Mount Pleasant leads it with 2:51 left to go here in the first quarter. This is very similarly to how the game started over at Midland. The Oilers built the lead, but then the Chemics really battled back. And as I'll keep joking, I think it was like a 12-0 run when I had Josh French on the air with me in that third quarter for the Chemic boys.
I think, again, Mount Pleasant start building that momentum for the playoffs. You're looking pretty good for your MPR. You're number one right now, but you got to keep getting those wins, too, and keep building that confidence. And again, try to get to an 8 or 9-man rotation. So that's one of the things in the playoffs, especially because it's one and done. You've got to have guys that can come in and spell for 2 or 3 minutes at a time.
Tyler Shell with it. Goes to Jake Hutchins, near side here. Back to Tyler Shell. Thought about the catch and shoot once again, but they close out a bit quicker this time after he buried the three moments ago. In the corner, it goes to Noah Helm. He looks to drive baseline. It's going to be knocked out of his hand. As you're going to say, he stepped on the baseline, I believe. 9-3, it'll go back to the Chemics. 2:18 left to go first quarter. But if you're Coach Shell, like I said, you got great minutes from the seniors. You're already up by 6 points 6 minutes into this game.
100%, yeah. And that's a great job to get off to a good start like that. This is a type of game, too, where maybe you get a few more guys in, like you said, that aforementioned line change. But get in a rhythm and try to get a rotation down to where you feel good about what you're doing tonight.
Great ball movement to Weideman in the corner, but he catches nothing but air. Might have been blocked on that shot as well. Great rotational defense from the other boys. Krazier looks to force his way into the lane. Great defense from Bray Turner Smith. It's going to be a travel call going against Krazier. We saw what Krazier did Friday at Midland Dow. He got into the lane, just relentless, taking it to the hoop. He is the reason why they were able to win that game. Again, my apologies to everybody who tried checking out that broadcast, and I'll blame Midland for the wonky Ethernet or Midland Dow. But we are rolling here. Bray Turner-Smith into the front court for the Chemics. In a lane, forces up the shot, no good. Long rebounds tipped out of a couple hands. It ends up in the hands of Behringer. Does a good job staying patient with it. We'll go back to top of the key. It's back to Bray Turner-Smith. Back to Behringer. He wants the triple try. No good. In and out. Rebound down low from Bennett Smith. He gets the putback to go. Bennett Smith has got all 5 points for the Chemics, and similar to what we saw over at Midland, the senior doing everything he can just to keep his team in the ball game.
That ball goes up, though. If you're Mount Pleasant, you got to put a body in somebody in a blue and gold jersey over there. That's so important, those long rebounds.
Hutchins to Krazier. Krazier after the drive moments ago. Kind of slows things down here a bit. Back to Shell it goes. 9-5, Oilers in front. 1:03 left to go, first quarter. Noel Helm tees it up. No good. Rebound tipped out of the hands of Bennett Smith, but it's going to be an over-the-back call on Jake Hutchins with 59.8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. That'll be the third team foul going against the Oilers in this one.
You're taught to go after the ball. In that situation, though, Jake was kind of caught on the high side there, and the official had a great view of it, so he called him for the over-the-back. But you can't give them cheap possessions either. This is one of those things that Mount Pleasant has to do a better job moving forward.
9-5 the score here. A lot of pressure on this far sideline with the Oiler defense. Braylon French is going to come up with a good steal. A great double team in the corner. The Chemics were not quite ready for. Krazier has it, zips by 2 defenders into the front court, kicks it in the corner to Tyler Shell. Pass a little too hot to handle, maybe a little low. Shell probably should have caught it, but the quarterback probably thinks he should have thrown a little bit higher on that one as well.
Threw it to a lineman, that's why.
You telling me Shell couldn't play some tight end for you guys?
Oh, no question he could. But those are possessions, too, that you need in games that are going to be of substance later on. I'm not saying that the game doesn't matter, because it does. They all matter. But you got to be able to catch that ball in a situation, because there's some games where possessions are going to be a premium, and you have to take advantage of your opportunities when they're given to you.
Yeah, but you just saw it there. Krazier just took it back. Great defense on the perimeter. Bray Turner-Smith getting turned over by Krazier. Great defense there from the junior from Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, there's no better competitor than Xavier Krazier that I've seen at Mount Pleasant, maybe ever. I mean, he's in the top 5 for me, and that's saying a lot.
Hutchins wants to get it down low to the aforementioned Krazier. He's going to be fouled on the post-entry pass. That'll be the third team foul going against the Chemics. There's 16.7 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And the Oiler girls winning at 48-41. Oiler boys looking to get this. Actually, Oiler JV girls and varsity girls getting the W. Oiler boys looking to keep the sweep here.
There it is.
Ball goes down low to Krazier. He's got to go up and over the defender. He can't get it to go. Great defense down low, but Krazier gets it back. Second attempt, no good. Ball goes out of bounds, back to the Chemics.
But that's a Dan Shell coach team right there. Be relentless. Don't just give them anything easy on the rebound. Stay relentless. That's such a huge point of emphasis for this team, because you don't have a lot of size. You got to rely on your athleticism.
Bennett Smith, probably all him here in these final seconds. Actually, it's going to go out of bounds. He loses it back to the Oilers. 3.5 seconds left to go. The perimeter defense from the Oilers right now. Whoo, boy.
Midland's only got the paint maybe twice the entire first quarter.
Helm with a long inbounds to Hutchins. Thought about the catch and shoot at the buzzer. Wants to drop it down to Shell. It's going to be a low pass. It'll just kind of trickle not out of bounds as we reach the end of the first quarter. 9-5, Mount Pleasant leads it at the end of one. We will keep our broadcast right here. It's Chris Spockman and Jason Bubba McLean joining me. And again, 9-5 is our score here. 14-4 Oiler boys against the 3-14 Midland Chemics. Throughout this game, though, we're going to continue to dial it back to the girls' game. Again, a storm the court type victory for the Mount Pleasant Oiler girls. 48-41 over the Chemics. Over there on the bench, did things really ever get nervous in that fourth quarter when they got it down to 2 points a couple times?
I mean, I do the books, but I'm close enough to where I can hear, and no one was ever patient. They were always coaching each other up. I mean, Morgan Brodachek, we talked about that before, how she's kind of like the coach on the floor. Her and Lexi are completely different when it comes to like being vocal. I mean, Lexi will say a few things here and there, but Morgan had them all locked in. Kylie Hutchins, Audrey Lang, your senior leaders did a great job tonight, too, just keeping everybody under control. Obviously, you have the calming influence of Coach McIntyre in there and Coach Kaufman in there, but Josh did a really good job of taking his timeouts when he had to, being very strategic, and just saying, hey, listen, just one possession at a time. They're going to go on a run. They're very well coached. They're very talented. You just have to withstand that run. And to your point that they never got a lead is huge. I don't know the last time we had a lead from start to finish against Midland Dow or Midland. So we're making steps. We're making huge strides within this girls program. Our freshmen are talented. Our sophomore, our JV team is talented. So it's really exciting to be a part of this too, and we just have to continue to build upon these wins because we haven't had a number to that wall in a very, very long time for girls basketball. Not saying we're going to, but there's a lot of good things still in store for this team.
And one of the reasons why you're not adding numbers to that wall is because of how outstanding the competition is, which is why that victory is so huge. Up ahead to Helm. He wanted to dunk it. He leaves it short, but there's Krazier with the rebound and the putback. If people could see the look I was getting right now as Helm went to Sky for that one, but just left it a little short there. But nonetheless, you still get the basket if you're the Oilers. It's now 11-5, 7:30 left to go second quarter. There's that defense right in front of our broadcast position.
So is that an assist?
No, he ain't giving him the assist for that one.
He's going to hear about that for a long time.
Oh, I think he will. Got a quick timeout now here on the floor. It's actually a full timeout, I believe, coming from Midland. And not a bad one out here from Matt Sherman because struggled with the pressure. These first two possessions, turned it over. Quick layup for Xavier Krazier. Maybe should have been a quick layup for Noel Helm, but story for a different day. But 11-5 is the score. And right now, if you're Coach Sherman, you only got 5 points from Bennett Smith. You haven't played great, but you're only down 6. And so I think it's the point of the game where you tell your guys, do we want to win this game or not? Because we're not dealing with the pressure very well. And I think one thing they need to do, Bennett Smith is kind of their quote-unquote shooting guard. They don't want him bringing the ball up. They might need to go to Bennett Smith to bring the basketball up the floor because Weideman and Bray Turner-Smith kind of been struggling a little bit out there.
Yeah, I mean, Mount Pleasant's doing a nice job, though. They're doing in that half-court first-pass trap now where the rotation is key. If you somehow squeeze the base or the sideline here and make them throw the ball behind you, as long as you keep it out of the middle, you're going to be fine. But, yes, if you're Midland, you got to try and get it to your best player. And if you're Mount Pleasant, you got to try to keep the ball away from their best player and make the other 4 guys beat you. Growing up with Danny and Jason, coached by Steve Marley, and Danny is a reflection of that, an extension of that, is they always said don't let the best player beat you. So keep the ball out of his hands if at all possible. But then you got some younger kids out there, too, that know how to put the ball in the basket. But Mount Pleasant doing a really nice job of the half-court defense right now.
Yeah, there's part of me thinking, if they're getting the ball out of his hands so often, let's get him the ball and have him bring it up on the floor as he'll get it on the move. Again, right now, Noel Helm playing ball denial on the aforementioned Bennett Smith. He does get it on the cross-court pass here. Want to go in the middle, look to make the extra pass. It's wild, and it sails out of bounds. All I'm going to say it was tipped by the Oilers, which makes some sense because that pass was so far out of line. Inbounding the basketball will be Isaac Jones for the Chemics. Out there for the Oilers, it's Zay Rodriguez, Xavier Krazier, Braylon French, Jake Hutchins, and Mr. Jaden Lang. Lang using that length to make the inbounds pass tough. Going up to catch it is Bray Turner-Smith. Guarding him, Zay Rodriguez. Smith looking for the drive. Kick it out to Bennett Smith. He fakes, wants the triple try. Great fake from Smith, and he cashes it home. What a great ball fake there from Bennett Smith to open himself up for the triple.
Yep, I mean, you're taught to close out like that with the hand in his face. Don't jump by the guy because you don't want to give them threes. Make them dribble the ball, make them go to the basket because I'd rather have them a 2 than a 3 any day.
11-8 to score. All 8 points for the Midland Chemics coming from the senior Bennett Smith. A little bit more spread out for the Oiler boys. You got 2 from Krazier, 4 from Rodriguez, 2 from Garcia, and 3 from Tyler Shell.
And that's what you're going to have from Mount Pleasant. Very balanced scoring every night in and night out.
Lang gets it in the middle, does a great job staying patient, keeping the ball high. As I say that, it's knocked away from him. Here comes Bennett Smith into the front court. He's going to kick it out to the court. Blocked by Xavier Krazier. Big-time hustle getting back defensively from the Oiler boys. Zay Rodriguez was there to make it a difficult pass, and then the shot got swatted away by Krazier.
And that's something you saw in the first game, too, is our transition defense was really good tonight. Midland is notorious, the girls, for getting easy, fast break layups. They got a couple here and there, but we really, really negated kind of what they do.
Shot in the lane. Could have been some steps for Bennett Smith. There was also some contact as well as French went to take the charge, but credit to Bennett Smith. He's as hot as a Blocko jacuzzi out there, keeping his team in the game. It's 11-10. Oilers with the lead. All 10 points for the Chemics coming from the senior Bennett Smith. Krazier with the drive. He's going to lose the handle on it. Garcia looks to recover it. They're going to say it's Oiler basketball. I was waiting to see if they were going to blow a whistle or not for a foul call. They do not, but it remains Oiler basketball, leading 11-10 here in the second quarter.
Krazier getting a little Charlie horse there, too.
Rodriguez looking for the inbound. Goes into Krazier in the corner. And the lady goes, floater off the rim, no good. Lang there with the rebound. His putback, no good. Rebound down low, gathered by Behringer. Yeah, the Oilers not really taking advantage of that size out there here in this first half. Turner Smith looks to drive, Euros by the defense, looks for the fancy layup. It's no good. Great defense from Garcia down low. Out to Gibbs Blaylock it goes. Looks for the extra pass to Behringer. It's stolen away by Rodriguez. He's going to be fouled as he comes across the half-court line. 11-10 the score. That'll be the second team foul of the quarter going against the Chemics. Again, big change. A couple years ago, it's now 5 team fouls in a quarter to send you to the free throw line as opposed to 7.5 for the 1-and-1, then 10 for the double bonus. Now just 5 fouls a quarter gets you double free throws, double bonus automatically.
And I like the rule. I think it's becoming a lot more consistent in terms of overall play, too.
Garcia catch and shoot. It's tipped. No good. Nice rebound from Lang. They'll pass it back out to Braylon French. Extra possession here for the Oilers. Catch and shoot for Hutchins. Straight away. It's good.
You give him a chance to set his feet, Chris. He's like a 60% three-point shooter when he sets his feet.
Jake Hutchins is the guy when you're playing one-on-one. You got to tell him you can't shoot off the check. You got to make him put the dribble on the floor. Bray Turner Smith looks to answer back. No good. Rebound gathered by Gibbs Blaylock. Out to Bennett Smith. He looks to answer back, and the senior has 13. All 13 for the Midland Chemics, and it's 14-13. Oilers in front. What a first-half performance from the senior Bennett Smith. Doing exactly what we saw over at Midland, just willing his team to stay in the ball game. Braylon French has it. Want to get it down low to Lang. It's going to be knocked out of bounds by Weideman. Good defense there from Kason Weideman, not allowing that post-entry pass.
If you're Mount Pleasant, you're kind of in your 4-out, 1-in set motion offense. You want to get the ball at least one paint touch on every possession if at all possible, because then that creates some gaps. They might double down. That might create some open backdoor cutting, things like that. So if you're Mount Pleasant, you just keep kind of doing what you're doing. It's more defense than anything right now for them, though, because they're kind of letting Midland have way too many easy looks on the perimeter.
Hutchins tried to find the opening. It wasn't there. Now Nate Davis with the basketball goes way up top to to Rodriguez. Granger not out there. Got X and Z. I'll say I confused myself there a little bit. Noah Helm looking for the drive. Great defense from the Oilers on the help. Now Hutchins with it, looks for the drive. Step back shot's going to be blocked by Gibbs Blaylock. Blaylock's going to get called for the foul. He doesn't like it. I don't really think you can blame him, but sometimes you just need to try and put your hand in the guy's face as opposed to going for the block. He got a piece of the arm, sending Jake Hutchins to the free throw line for a pair.
Officials don't lie.
Nope. 4:30 left to go, second quarter. It's 14-13. Oilers in front. The Chemics just hanging around in this one. All 13 of their points have come from Bennett Smith.
And to the point about the officiating, I thought that girls' game was officiated so right down the middle. Sometimes, you just never know, but they did a wonderful job tonight. The start of this game has been really good, too, and I think officials get a bad rap sometimes. It's a very, very bang-bang play sometimes. You're not sure, you have a bad angle, but I think the officiating has been very, very good in the state of Michigan this year.
Hutchins misses both of them. Bennett Smith open again. This one in and out. Helm tips the rebound to himself.
Look good,
very athletic play. It looked good from here, from our broadcast position. Zay Rodriguez drives by the defense. Catch and shoot for Hutchins in the corner. That's no good. Long rebound goes into the hands of Kason Weideman. Sophomore point guard brings it into the front court to Bennett Smith. Down low he goes, looking for the layup. It's good. Bennett Smith has 15. Bennett Smith 15, the Oilers 14. That's the first half that it's been so far. The senior willing his team to the lead. Noel Helm with the basketball, looks to drive, kicks it in the corner to Nate Davis. Davis thought about the triple try. He will put it up this time in the corner, off the rim, no good. There for the rebound is Noel Helm. Good box out from Kason Weideman. You don't got to be the tallest guy on the floor. Sometimes you just got to have a good box out. Weideman did that there, thus Helm getting the foul call on the over the back.
I think if you're Coach Shell, you're maybe a little distraught right now because there's a couple possessions in a row there where Mount Pleasant maybe took a couple ill-advised shots, a couple first-pass shots. I mean, you can live with that from time to time as long as you're playing really well on defense, but I think they need to sustain more of their motion offense, start moving the ball a little bit more and getting easier shots.
Bennett Smith forces his way into lane, and he gets it to go. What a first-half performance from the senior. Bennett Smith is the only guy in the scoring column for the Midland Chemics, and they lead it 17-14. Up top to Hutchins to tie it up. Off the rim, no good. Helm there for the rebound. No over the back this time as he skies for it, but it's knocked away down low. He recovers it somehow. Great effort from Noel Helm. Now Zay Rodriguez is going to be tied up. No foul call. Back to Helm it goes at the top of the key. 3:01 left to go in the game. Hutchins, catch and shoot. That's long. Rebound is tipped into the hands of Nate Davis. Finish down low, no good, but he'll draw the foul. Ooh, boy, that got rough and tumble there for a minute as Nate Davis heads to the free throw line. But the story of our game, Bennett Smith has 17. All 17 for the Chemics. It looks really funny when you look at my scoring column and my roster here, and there is nothing for it, not even any free throw attempts for anybody else. Nate Davis shooting free throws, cash on the first one. You said something about Nate Davis earlier this season that stuck with me. He never does anything wrong out on the floor. No, even the three he shot, he's not your three-point shooter, but they're giving him so much space. You want him to take that shot once or twice, and if he knocks it down, they're going to really have to respect it. Comes the second free throw for the senior. That one in and out, no good. Strong rebound down low from Isaac Jones.
If you're Midland High, you got to be happy right now. I mean, there's a little bit of sense of urgency here by these guys that, it's February and they're 3-14, but they're not playing like it right now. Playing with a lot of heart.
Well, and then also you get these two teams together. You throw out the records. This is a rivalry. You can tell both these teams want to win so bad they don't care what their record is. Trying to find some space down low as the big man is going to be blocked on the play by Will Garcia. Now we got a tie-up. There's going to be a foul call going against the Oilers. And the balls bouncing have gone Midland's way here in the second quarter. First quarter, you could say they went Mount Pleasant's way, leading at 9-5 at the end of the first. But now here we are in the second quarter, 2:26 left to go, and it's a 17-15 lead for the Chemic boys.
Well, that's why watching that Sacred Heart Beale City game last night was just like, Sacred Heart was like, they were on a mission last night, and I was just very, very impressed with that. And it's one of those things, sometimes that's the way the ball drops, is Mr. Smith.
Smith again has 19. We're obviously Mount Pleasant homers here, but this is one of the best first-half performances I have ever seen in boys high school hoops. Bennett Smith has all 19 points for the Oilers. Garcia forcing his way into the lane, misses the shot, gets the rebound, puts it back up, no good, but he's headed to the free throw line. Garcia, talk about a sense of urgency, the senior making it happen there. Out there for the Oilers, it's Tyler Shell, Noel Helm, Will Garcia, Xavier Crazier, and Zay Rodriguez. Out there offensively for the Midland Chemics, it's Bennett Smith. That's it.
Well, it's 11-5 Mount Pleasant, and since then it's a 14-4 run by Midland. So obviously they're doing something right. Mount Pleasant just got to find that right combination of 5, 6, 7 guys to be able to.
And I got to correct you. It's a 14-4 run from Bennett Smith.
Well, that's very true. He does play for Midland.
Yeah, I got to say.
Yes.
This
absolutely
might be the best first half offensive performance that you and I have witnessed doing a game together, considering he's got all 19 of the points.
And they're not coming easy either.
No, they are not.
Give him credit. You become a senior, it's just like, you're probably not going to play after this, and why not go out the way you came in? Just go all ballistic.
Weideman with it. Back to Smith at the top of the key. Braylon French guarding him. Nice job by French using his quickness. He takes it away. Gets bowled over. Up ahead, the pass goes to Lang. They get it to Crazier. He looks to finish down low. Rough and tumble play. Everybody hitting the deck down low. We eventually have a foul call. 19-17 the score with 1:38 left to go in the second quarter. I'm going to give you old broadcaster's jinx here. He talked about the officiating being so good. Not that it's been bad, but there's just been some rough and tumble play the last couple minutes out there with both schools. Bray Turner Smith checking back into the game. He is going to come in for Mr. Eric Bazuski. Again, our substitutions are brought to you by our friends at Mount Pleasant Automotive. Just like these coaches need replacement parts out there, so does your vehicle, and they've got them for you at Mount Pleasant Automotive. The officials now realizing that is 5 fouls, so it should be free throw attempts coming here for Mr. Jaden Lang. Sophomore Lang at the free throw line. His older sister picked up a big victory earlier. Now he's looking to try and tie this game back up as the Oilers now trail 19-17 here in the second quarter. The lefty Lang knocks that one down.
It's very smooth. He's really come a long way this year. Really wasn't sure kind of where he would fit in the rotation for Coach Shell. Obviously, he probably would have dominated on JV, but bring him up here, throw him in the fray, and he's doing a wonderful job. He's probably going to be getting quite a few minutes here as we continue to progress.
Second one, no good. There's Crazier with a rebound and the putback to put the Oilers back up by 1, 20-19. Weideman, full court pressure now from Braylon French. Junior guard from Mount Pleasant is all over the ball handler. Nice job staying patient by the Chemics. They get it in the corner. Shot no good. Rebound is gathered by Xavier Crazier. Crazier races head into the front court. Kicks it to Braylon French in the corner. Now to Zay Rodriguez. To Tyler Shell. Back to Crazier in the opposite corner. Get it down low to Lang. Lang looking to create some space. Knocked away from behind. He recovers it. No good. Blocked by Bray Turner-Smith. Lang gets it back. Kicks it out. Crazier. Catch and shoot on the three. Off the rim. No good. Waiting for the senior bounce. Doesn't get it. But there's Lang for the rebound. But him and Shell bump each other. But it will be a foul call going against the Chemics.
If you're Midland, this is exactly the way you want this game played. You want it to be sloppy, you want it to be ugly, and that's, I mean, there's not a lot of talent, but they're playing extremely hard right now. And anytime you stay in a game like this, you're only down 1 point, you got to feel pretty good about yourself.
That one no good. 4 of 9 from the free throw line here in the second, or probably in this first half are the Oilers. 4 of 4 in the first quarter. They've gone cold here in the second quarter. Davis split a pair. Garcia knocked down a pair. Hutchins missed 2, and now Lang, see if he can knock down this one. That one is good. He splits a couple pairs. 21
start, isn't it?
Yeah, your boy. That's the one thing I'll still talk a little bit of guff about. I can still go to the free throw line and knock down a couple. Into the lane. Smith gets the rebound and the foul.
21.
You've got to be kidding me. Bennett Smith now with 21. He has every single point for the Midland Chemics here in the first half. What a performance from the senior. Again, you look at my little scoring roster, my scoring sheet here. I've never seen anything quite like this.
You're running out of pencil for his stats.
You know, I've seen some games where maybe the Sacred Heart girls only allow 12, 13 points, but 22 from one individual in a half. And then the fact that it's all 22 points and they've got the lead. Just an incredible performance from Bennett Smith. Zay Rodriguez, cross-court pass to Xavier Crazier. Drives by his defender. Into lane he goes. He'll get the finish. 6 here in the second quarter for Xavier Crazier as the Oilers go back up 23-22. Weideman in the backcourt. French has been great with that ball pressure in this first half.
Death taxes, and when you need a basket, Xavier Crazier.
Bray Turner-Smith double-teamed out towards the half-court line. Might have stepped back towards the half to Weideman. Catch and shoot for the three. It's good for Kason Weideman. The first basket from somebody besides Smith, and almost a full-court heave there from Mr. Zay Rodriguez. But a huge three to end the half for Kason Weideman to get somebody else in the scoring column besides Bennett Smith. It's 25-23. The Chemics with the lead here at the first half. This is 3-14 Midland versus 14-4 Mount Pleasant. We're going to take a break, come back with our Gates of Drilling and Service halftime report right after this.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Blocko Pools and Spas is Mid-Michigan's #1 pool and hot tub destination that will turn your old space into your #1 destination. From delivery of a full pool for the family to the relaxing hot tub for after work for mom and dad, Blocko Pools and Spas does it all. Stop by their showroom on Remus Road to check out their beautiful selection of hot tubs and learn how you can build the pool of your dreams.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome to the Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. Gates Drilling and Service halftime report number 2 of the evening. At the half, the Oiler girls led Midland 26-14. Much closer here, 25-23 at the half. The Midland Chemics lead the Mount Pleasant Oiler boys. The favorites are down by 2, and big favorites in this game. Mount Pleasant 14-4 on the year. The Chemics 3-14 on the year. But Bennett Smith has had some of the best games of his life against these Oilers over in Midland. I think he had It's 51-49 if I remember correctly. Want to say he may have had 28 or 30 of the points for the Midland Chemics in that entire ball game. An even more impressive performance here. A performance unlike any that I have seen in my, 12 years now of calling high school hoops. Bennett Smith has 22 first-half points, 22 of the 25. And what's so impressive is you might see a game or two where a guy's got a lot of points and they're down by a lot or up by a lot. But to have 22 of the 25 and your underdog team leads by 2. What a performance from Bennett Smith. And then I think about he's 2 of 2 from the free throw line, trying to think if he's really even missed from the field at all. Again, those are stats that I don't got time to keep track of all of it. Points are what I do, rebounds, assists. It's easy to fall behind looking down at that roster, but 22 of 25 in the first half is one of the best offensive performances I have seen from any youngster out there playing high school hoops. And then you add to the fact that they're in the lead. He's got 22 of the 25. Just unbelievable stuff from Mr. Bennett Smith in that first half. We're going to take a break here on our Gates Drilling and Service halftime report. We come back, myself, Bub McClain, talk a little bit about what the Oilers need to do to, I don't want to say come back and win this game, as they only trail by 2, but it's 25-23 Midland with the lead. Bennett Smith with the first half of his life for Midland, 22 of their 25 points. Back with more Gates Drilling and Service halftime report right after this.
Hey guys, it's Tanya from Clark Modular Homes. I'm here to talk to you today about who we are and what we do. Clark's opened in 1983 and has been centrally located right here in Mount Pleasant, Michigan. We have one of the largest display centers with around 12 to 15 homes on display all year round. We have a fully experienced staff. We also have an in-house project manager who can pull our permits and coordinate our job from start to finish. We are proud to have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We are our own contractor, making it a one-stop shop for you for your home building needs. As the owner would say, we can do it all.
Brad Malley Well Drilling has proudly served Mid-Michigan since the early 1990s. We are family-owned with 3 licensed drillers and over 100 years of experience. We specialize in 5-inch PVC water wells and systems ranging from 2 to 12 inches. Every well we do includes a 5-year warranty and 1-year parts and labor guarantee. We are available 24/7, and you'll always talk to a real person. Call Brad Malley Well Drilling today for a free estimate. Trusted service, generation after generation.
Weber Brothers Sawmill has been in the sawmill and logging business since 1950. Weber Brothers Sawmill buys standing timber and logs all over central and northern Michigan with National Hardwood Lumber Association certification. You can be assured of a professional job, from the marking and cruising of your woods through the harvest. Weber Brothers Sawmill is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes. Blockco Pools and Spas is Mid-Michigan's #1 pool and hot tub destination that will turn your old space into your #1 destination. From delivery of a full pool for the family to the relaxing hot tub for after work for mom and dad, Blockco Pools and Spas does it all. Stop by their showroom on Remus Road to check out their beautiful selection of hot tubs and learn how you can build the pool of your dreams.
J&J Auto in Wademan is Mid-Michigan's elite automotive repair shop. J&J Auto offers complete collision repair and mechanical repair. Stop by on Wademan Road or call them today at 989-644-8908. J&J Auto, proud supporters of high school student athletes.
Pure sportsmanship is the most important thing in high school sports. When it comes to your home or business, Pure Plumbing just might be the most important thing. If your plumbing isn't pure, don't worry, no one needs to see the other angle. For Pure Plumbing, call 989-644-8928 or visit mipureplumbing.com. Block Electric Company in Wademan has been powering Michigan for over 30 years. There's no job too big or too small for Block Electric Company, like an entire school or something simple at the home, like making sure the outdoor lighting thermostat, or ceiling fan is installed professionally. Block Electric Company is a proud supporter of local schools and high school student athletes, learning skills in and out of the classroom to lead our communities tomorrow. Good luck to all student athletes from Block Electric Company, and go Aggies.
Let's head back to the action on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network.
Welcome back inside our Gates Adrenaline Service halftime report. Chris Spockman, Jason Bub McLean getting himself a little bit of a break. Another big shout out to my main man, Adam Gursky, who's usually always on the camera for me. See that guy out in the street, see him at one of my games, make sure you give him a tip of the cap and a thank you, because all I do is buy that guy a bird burger before the games most of the time, and he comes out and volunteers his time to help me and to make sure these kids get the best possible coverage they can get. So big shout out to my buddy Adam Gursky for always helping out and donating so much of his time to local high school sports here in the Mid-Michigan area. 25-23 is our halftime score. We're going to set it off to one more break. When we come back, it'll be the start of the second half with the Mount Pleasant Orla boys taking on the Midland Chemic boys. The Chemics lead it 25-23 as we head toward that second half. Mount Pleasant, a little bit of work to make up, but if they stop Bennett Smith, they should be in good shape.
Hi, I'm attorney Joe Barbary. Just like doctors specialize in areas of medicine, at Barbary Law, we specialize in getting you the best possible results. If you've been injured by someone else's negligence, you owe it to yourself and your family to call our legal team. At Barbary Law, we focus on one thing, and that's getting you the compensation you deserve. Every case we take personally.
My attorney is Joe Barbary, he can be yours too.
Konwinski Construction offers a full range of construction services on small and large projects. Konwinski Construction is a leader in the community and are proud to support those student athletes who will be leading our community tomorrow. Konwinski Construction on Gover Parkway, Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant Automotive on Mission has been serving local auto shops and do-it-yourselfers since 1988. Mount Pleasant Automotive is locally owned and carries all the auto part, car care products, and auto maintenance supplies you will need. Visit them online at mtpleasantautomotive.com. Mount Pleasant Automotive, caring for our cars and our local student athletes. Bogwai Banga and Bradley on Main Street in Mount Pleasant provides uncompromising integrity when providing tax and accounting services to individuals and small businesses in the Mid-Michigan area. Bogwai Banga and Bradley has an expert CPA ready to help you, whether you're an individual that needs help with taxes or a business that needs help with, well, just about everything. Bogwai Banga and Bradley is a leader in the community and a proud supporter of local high school sports. Visit them online at bwbpc.com or stop into their office on Main Street in downtown Mount Pleasant. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates is a proud supporter of our local high school student athletes, working hard and showing pride for our community. For all of your real estate needs, go with Joe. Joe Wentworth with Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates, 989-817-1291. Brickner and Bunker Farm Bureau Insurance Group is Mid-Michigan's #1 team for protecting what matters most to you. Home, auto, life, farm, business. They offer a wide variety of coverage at affordable rates with the customer service of a best friend. Visit Brickner and Bunkner Farm Bureau Insurance Group on Pickard Road or visit them online at bricknerbunkerinsurance.com.
Welcome back to it on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. As usual, Adam Gursky would say, coming back a moment late for the halftime there. We missed the lay-in for Mr. Xavier Krazier, but when there's 40 seconds on the clock, I got 40 seconds left in the commercial play, and they just stopped the clock. Ain't much a boy can do. Another turnover. Zay Rodriguez looks to beat everybody down court with his speed. He's blocked from behind. What a play from Gibbs Blaylock, but there's Krazier with a rebound. His putback no good. This goes back up with it. That one no good. It rattles out. Rebounded down low by the big man Hudson Behringer, who's starting the second half for the Chemics. In the front court it goes. It's 25-25. Bennett Smith again. This one a little short, and that's a good sign if you're the Mount Pleasant Oilers. Full court pass ahead to Zay Rodriguez. Looks for the lay-in. No good, but he'll draw the foul as Xavier Krazier goes back to playing quarterback, and Zay Rodriguez goes back to playing wide receiver there for a moment. Start of the second half, tied at 25 apiece off the basket from Xavier Krazier. Our first half story, Mr. Bennett Smith from Midland, 22 of 25 Chemic points coming from their star senior. He came up short on the first jumper here of the third quarter. That is a good sign for Mount Pleasant. Rodriguez back at the free throw line where he hit a pair in the first quarter, misses the front end here.
I think if you're Mount Pleasant, you really want to take advantage of the lack of depth that Midland has tonight, too. They only have 7 dressed, so if you can get out on a few runouts here and there, make them try to play faster than what they're capable of, I think you'll see Mount Pleasant get a couple easy baskets early on.
Rodriguez misses both free throws there. The Oilers struggling a bit from the line. Another story of this ball game as well. Weideman has it on the perimeter to Smith. He's able to catch and shoot again. This one no good, getting stuck on the rim. Frazier comes up with the rebound. He'll bring it up across the half-court line. Looks to go all the way into the lane. Layup, no good. Oh, that would have been our Bills' custom fabrication of the game, but he comes up with a steal. Great play by Frazier. Midland had everybody down there, just kind of held the ball for a moment, allowed Frazier to come in and take it away. In a corner it goes. Zay Rodriguez with the basketball. Now Nate Davis. Also out there, Braylon French, Will Garcia, and Xavier Frazier to start the second half for the Oilers boys. 2 minutes into the third quarter. We're tied at 25 apiece.
Nice pass.
Get it down low to Davis. Wide open for the lane. What a dish. That'll be in the running for our Mumford Oil and Gas Supply assist of the game. Davis has now got 3 points for the Oilers as they go back up 27-25. Ball goes in the corner, gives Blaylock back to Bray Turner Smith. Now here to Bennett Smith at the top of the key, guarding him, Xavier Frazier. Nice job by Frazier attacking the basketball, making Smith give it up there.
You have to make Smith work. You got to make him work on offense. It's going to take away from his ability to kind of rise above with his jump shot.
Gets it back, spins in the lane, looks for the floater. It doesn't drop in. Great job by Braylon French staying in front of him. Now another quarterback to wide receiver pass to Rodriguez. He lays it in. There's the easy baskets you were talking about right there, Bubba, as the Oiler boys go back up by 4.
Like East Grand Rapids all over again.
29-25. And Frazier, a couple full court passes here in the third quarter to his wide receiver from this fall football season.
Nice.
There's a knockdown from Frazier, and you can tell there's a different energy among these two teams in the second half.
I think the big redhead on the bench who was barking out instructions had something to do with that.
Nah, I don't think so. I'll say that guy over there is not intimidating at all. As I zoom in, he's got to show everybody how monstrous Coach Shell really is over there.
Bear.
Drive in the lane for Weideman. Nice help defense, but he's still going to be able to shoot the open three. No good. Will Garcia clears the rebound. Senior across the half-court line. Gets it back to Frazier. Frazier looks to take it into the teeth of the defense. Drops it back to Garcia. He's got to finish over 2 guys. He gets it to go. Garcia now with 6 and another nice dime out there from Xavier Frazier. Now a 6-point lead for the Oilers. An 8-0 run to start this second half. Into the lane goes Bray Turner Smith. Leaves it off, and the shot is good from Behringer for his first basket of the game. Nice drive and dish there from Bray Turner Smith. Frazier into the front court, behind the back dribble. Now Rodriguez, now to Nate Davis. 31-27, Oilers in front exactly halfway through the third quarter. Frazier splits the D, gets in the lane, kicks it out. Open 3 for Rodriguez. It's money! Zay Rodriguez has got 9. Frazier continues to knife up the defense here in the third quarter.
Well, you have to pay so much attention to his ability to penetrate. You're going to have other guys have to kind of sag and help, and it's going to leave the perimeter shooters open, and Zay did the rest.
Smith looking for the baseline jumper. It's not there. Frazier with the defense on him this time. Yep. It's been Frazier. It's been Braylon French hounding Bennett Smith here in this third quarter. He talked about it.
Throwing
3 or 4 guys at him. And credit to Bennett Smith. No matter what he does, the first half he had was unbelievable with 22 points.
Absolutely.
Frazier with it, far side of the court. It's going to be fouled on the play by the aforementioned Bennett Smith. And that's another thing. If you're the Chemics, you're Mount Pleasant, maybe something Coach Hill. Obviously, you don't want to let somebody score 22 in the first half, but hey, just let him keep taking away all of his energy. Just let him keep going at it.
Make him put the ball on the floor, make him create tough shots. Yeah, absolutely.
Long inbounds pass goes into the backcourt to Xavier Frazier. Bringing it into the front court to Rodriguez. He wants another 3 from the corner. That one's no good. Nice box out. Allows nobody from Mount Pleasant to get the rebound. It goes out of bounds back to the Chemics. But right now, the story of this third quarter, the Oilers have scored 11. The Chemics have only scored 2.
And here's the difference in the game now. Mount Pleasant can bring in 4 guys at a time. Midland High only has 7 guys dressed, so you're going to see some of that fatigue start to take a factor a part of this game with the legs and so on and so forth, especially with the way Mount Pleasant makes you defend on defense. When Mount Pleasant has the ball, it's going to take away from their ability to score on offense.
Out there now for the Oiler boys. They'll call it the sophomore rotation with Hutchins, Noel Helm, Tyler Shell, and Jaden Lang. Catch and shoot on the three. Gibbs Blaylock with a monster triple there for the Chemics. What a shot. They needed something, and they got it. 34-30. What a monster shot there from the junior. Hutchins has it. Goes to Jaden Lang. Lefty looks to drive in a lane. Kind of forces his way. Puts the shoulder down. No foul call. Bennett Smith with the rebound for Midland. Up ahead he goes with the basketball. I don't see him giving this up. There's good defense from Helm. Actually, that was a tough call going on Helm there. Bennett Smith went to Euro, but went straight into Helm. Foul call on Noel Helm. That'll be his second foul. They're actually going to say Smith was shooting on that one. They're going to send him to the free throw line. He's 2 of 2 on the evening, and the senior has 22 points to lead all scorers in this one. First free throw off the front of the rim, and there's that short shot once again that we saw earlier in the third quarter. You scored 22 in the first half. You got to work hard for it. It might take out a lot of your legs, and then maybe even that halftime break working against you a little bit as well. Second free throw for Bennett Smith. That one does rattle in for the senior. He's got 23 on the night.
Now, Mount Pleasant, just run your offense, run your cuts, run your screens, make Midland play defense. They'll break down. You get either a post touch or you get some kind of an easy look.
Noel Helm wants to get it down low to Krazier, who's being guarded by Bennett Smith. Instead, up top to Nate Davis. He wants the three. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded, tipped by Hutchins to Krazier. Skies in for the athletic layup. He has got 10. It's a 5-point game for Mount Pleasant. And this game really starting to go the way of the Oiler in this one. The pace, the speed, the ball pressure. It's all things that Mount Pleasant wants. Midland does not want.
Midland just doesn't have the stamina right now either, the endurance, I think. I think, again, you're asking 7 guys to come out here and defend Mount Pleasant the way they run their 5-out motion, the back doors and everything. And you really have to have everyone in the right position defensively to be able to stop that. And at some point on a rotation or a reversal, you're going to get a wide-open gap, a wide-open three, a post touch, and Mount Pleasant's going to do the rest from there. But you got to give Midland credit. They've hung in there so far. They're only down 5 with a minute 58 to go in the third quarter. So, but again, you're going to start seeing that fatigue factor, I think. The fact that Mount Pleasant's got 12 guys, 13 guys they can rotate in here tonight, I think it's starting to pay dividends for Mount Pleasant having that depth.
Yeah, and Mount Pleasant, again, just Spockman math here, 5 of 10 or so from the free throw line in the second quarter. Missed their only 2 free throws here in the third quarter. If they had canned their free throws, they'd be up by double digits in this one.
Right.
Bennett Smith, guarded by Xavier Krazier. Now with it, Bakzuski, back to Bennett Smith. In the corner to Weideman, thought about the catch and shoot. Back to Bakzuski, he looks to drive. Isaac Jones with it in the corner. Want to get it down low. Wild pass. Good defense from Tyler Shell in the post entry. Should allow Lang to come up with the ball in the middle of the paint, stealing it away for the Oilers. 1:30 left to go, third quarter. Krazier with the basketball right in front of our broadcast position. To Tyler Shell it goes. Now with it is Noel Helm. Helm looking to drive. Kicks it in the corner to Hutchins. To Lang. To Shell. Thought about the catch and shoot. Looks to force his way in the lane. It's not there. Kicks it back out to Noel Helm. Now to Hutchins. Back in the corner it goes to Lang. Lang looks to spin. Not there. Great defense from the Chemics here, but if you're the Oilers, you're running some clock here. Got great ball movement. You don't mind it as Krazier forces his way in the lane. Finds an open. He can't get it to go. Great move there from Krazier, staying patient. Just couldn't get the bunny down low. Gibbs Blaylock with it. They're not going to let him catch and shoot again. As I say that, Bennett Smith gets it, looks for Weideman down low. He's not looking at the basketball. Noel Helm into the front court with the loose ball for the Oilers. Into the lane. Right-handed floater is good off the glass.
And you're seeing Midland, they're tired. They're not getting back in transition right there. Mount Pleasant can send those guys in every 3 or 4 minutes if they want with fresh legs, and they can get run-outs on them.
Got to travel now going against Midland as well. And again, I feel like that's got so much to do with the fatigue factor. Again, you're missing Jacoby Lynn and a couple others here tonight. If you're Midland High, you got a very short bench, and Mount Pleasant taking advantage of that. Said you look at Midland's bench over here. I'll kind of zoom in for a sec. A lot of empty chairs. Slide over to the Oilers. You can see those white shirts going all the way to the end of the bench, and they've all got the warm-ups taken off because they've all gotten in there and played some big minutes for the Oilers here tonight. They lead at 38-31. 20 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Noel Helm with the basketball on the perimeter. Goes to Xavier Krazier, who's got 10 on the night to lead all scorers for Mount Pleasant. It's taken away by Bennett Smith at the half-court line. Euros by Krazier into the lane. Shot no good. Long rebound goes into the hands of Weideman to Gibbs Blaylock. His shot is good towards the buzzer. Big-time play there. Blaylock's now got 5. The half-court heave is no good for the Oilers. We're headed to the fourth quarter, and a little stanza there at the end of the quarter might keep Midland just in this game by the hair of their chinny chin chin. It's 38-33, heading to the fourth quarter. Back with more Oiler Hoops right after this.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Blackhole Pools and Spas is Mid-Michigan's #1 pool and hot tub destination that will turn your old space into your #1 destination. From delivery of a full pool for the family to the relaxing hot tub for after work for mom and dad, Blackhole Pools and Spas does it all. Stop by their showroom on Remus Road to check out their beautiful selection of hot tubs and learn how you can build the pool of your dreams.
Start of the fourth quarter. The Mount Pleasant Oilers looking for the Midland Chemic sweep here on this Tuesday night. The JV girls victorious with a second-half comeback. The Oiler girls led wire to wire. Now the Oiler boys, well, not going to lead it wire to wire as they trailed 25-23 at the half, but took over in that third quarter, outscoring Midland 15-8. Now they lead it by 5 here in the fourth. Gibbs Blaylock, catch and shoot, no good. That would have been huge for Midland if he could have knocked that down. Will Garcia with the rebound. He'll bring it into the front court to Tyler Shell. It goes. Catch and shoot on the 3. No good. Rebounded down low by the aforementioned Gibbs Blaylock. Blaylock into the front court with the dribble. Goes to Bennett Smith. Guarding him is Will Garcia. It's going to be taken away from Maxuski. Trying to get it up ahead. It's knocked away. Great deep. Bennett Smith is just playing one heck of a game here, Bubba, as he knocks that one away to get the loose basketball back to the Chemics. They trail by 5, 38-33. Maxuski with it. Want to get it back to Bennett Smith. All over him is Will Garcia.
He anticipates really well on defense.
Smith into the lane, looks for the runner. It's not there again. He left it a bit short. You can tell he is gassed. He is winded, but what an effort it's been from him here tonight. Zay Rodriguez into the front court. Kicks it to Hutchins in the corner. Money! Jake Hutchins with his second 3 of the ball game. And that's not going to exactly close the deal. Brought to you by our friends Brace Up to Grab, Joe Wentworth, Pradium Realty, Robin Stressman and Associates. But pretty darn close as the Oiler boys go up by 8. You can sense the fatigue out there in the royal blue and gold. Not so much in the white navy blue and the gold. And as we go to the break, 6:40 left to go in the fourth quarter, 41-33. The Oiler girls with the lead. Will Garcia is the last guy out there guarding Bennett Smith. He just committed to go play football at Northern Michigan University. Awesome. Braddock Payne also heading up there from the Shepherd Blue Jays as well. They're going to get some really, really good football players up there. But, boy, I tell you what, that's a long trek for us to go check out a game up there, Bubba.
It is, but it's such a cool, unique atmosphere up there with the Superior Dome. It's a great school. Marquette is such a cool town. Very vibrant, obviously, in the summertime. In wintertime, maybe not so much with the 180 inches of snow they get or whatever year. But no, I'm super proud of Will for his, he was a basketball player for the longest time. And I think after right around sophomore year, kind of caught the football bug. And he lived in that weight room and had a tremendous junior and senior year, was an all-state football player. Obviously, we had a great run to the state finals this year. But he was one of those 4 seniors along with Graham and Jack and Riley that really bought into the team aspect of football, and obviously he had to miss a few games because of the injury he sustained, but super proud and happy for that young man. He's worked for everything he's received, and he's going to go up there and compete for a spot on that team, and yeah, he's going to represent Mount Pleasant very well up in Marquette.
Yeah, say, guy, kind of, we're hearing him talk about how he just fell in love with football. Again, I love basketball. Basketball is a sport I could probably play the best, even though I'm not really good at anything, but he just talked about how he fell in love with football, the camaraderie, the Friday nights, the lights and everything like that. And it reminded me of just how much I love football. It's good, and a foul for Bennett Smith. You've got to be kidding me. Somehow he's going to keep his team in this game. He's got 25 heading to the free throw line to try and finish the old-fashioned three-point play. It's 41-35, 6:18 left. But hearing him talk about the passion for football, and again, it's not knocking any other high school sport, but there's truly just nothing like high school football.
It really isn't, because it's all 11 guys have to be doing their job at the same time. And
hey, tonight's a perfect example. Bennett Smith's got 26.
Yeah.
He's keeping his team alone in the game. You can't do that in a football game.
No.
Kick in the corner. Lang thought about the three, instead puts it on the deck. And right now, if you're Mount Pleasant, 6 minutes left, you lead it by 5. Not run the clock mode, but don't take any ill-advised shots if you can just hold the possession here. There's no shot clock in Michigan boys high school hoops. Rodriguez with it on the perimeter, goes to Hutchins, goes to Shell in the corner. You can sense that patience out here now from the Oiler boys. Shell looks to force his way in Lang, kicks it out. Lang, open three. That's the type of shot you do want. It's no good. There for the rebound is Hutchins. Gets it into the hands of Will Garcia. He'll bring it back towards the top of the key. Get another possession for the Oiler boys. Shell wants to catch and shoot. Off the rim, no good. Another offensive rebound from Lang. His shot up and good. And one for Jaden Lang. Lang's got 4. The sophomore can make it 5 at the free throw line. Lang, Hutchins, Helm, and Shell.
I like this combination they have out there right now. A lot of gritty, tough-nosed kids they have out there. They cut really, really well without the basketball. They use their body well.
I think that's the perfect word to describe a Dan Shell, the way he wants his basketball team to be, is gritty.
Oh, I mean, they talk about Detroit grit, talk about Mount Pleasant grit too, because there's no one out there that's going to jump out of the gym, bomb threes. I mean, they have capabilities here and there, but they just have to play team-savvy basketball, be in the passing lane, make good shots, pass a good shot for an even better shot, play strong defense, box out, rebound, all the little things they have to be successful in this game.
Will Garcia all over Bennett Smith, forcing him to give up the basketball. Now they're looking for the backdoor cut, stolen by Jaden Lang. To Crazier, up ahead it goes to Will Garcia. Looks to finish on the break. And one!
Weight room.
For Will Garcia. Yep. Finishes with the hoop and the arm. He's got 8. Can make it 9 at the free throw line, but I think most importantly, what he's done defensively here in the second half. There's been a lot of guys, we talked about Braylon French hounding Smith out there, but Will Garcia, particularly here in this fourth quarter, the beginning of it's been on him, and Bennett Smith's had nowhere to go. You think about that Weber Brothers Sawmill timber of the game. Zade Bachelder Baller of the night, brought to you by Wieferich Financial. Will Garcia kind of penciling his name in right now, I feel like, Bubba. He's got 9 on the night. You've also got 10 from Crazier as well, who's been great for the Oilers.
Will's getting back. Like we talked about last week, his basketball legs are coming back. He's a physical young man. He's very skilled. He knows what his job and knows what his role is. If he has to come and score a couple here and there, he will. But he really takes pride in his defense.
And if anybody wants to know how smart he is, he's the only high school kid I'll probably ever ask, what's your favorite TV show? And his answer was Law & Order.
It's a good show.
Oh, it's a great show. It's one of those shows you watch it for 5 minutes. You're locked in. Every episode's just kind of brand new is what I like about it. But I remember talking with him. He had that answer, and Jason McIntyre says, dude, he's going to be a congressman or a governor or something one day. That's why I started calling him a governor a little bit in high school playoff football, because he's out there laying some legislation defensively.
Just remember the people that got you there, Will. I'm kidding. No, he's remarkable. His sister is a remarkable young lady too. They have great parents, and he's just got a nice, quiet confidence about him. He's just yes sir, no sir type thing, yes ma'am, no ma'am type of things. He does a great job with the kids that I have in my program here at Mount Pleasant High School in the My Side Special Ed, and he's always engaging with those kids. And he's just the type of kid that if you have a daughter, you're like, you want him to date her.
That right there, which you just said, means more than anything else. And so he's often helping out in the special ed classrooms or whatever, and giving some love, giving some attention to those folks.
Oh yeah, he stops in every once in a while, and there's a couple of our students that he eats breakfast with every day, and when he's there for lunch, he'll talk to him. And he's just a young man who just he exudes winning and just everything that embodies a good student athlete and just a good person with characteristics that you just look for in someone that you
Actually, I got to point out what his family did for football season. They helped raise a bunch of money to get everybody free tickets, and then when all that money didn't get used, they got a free bus to take everybody down to Greenville for that game versus Lowell. And again, that game could have gone a lot different. You don't have those buses coming down to Lowell or to Greenville because Lowell packed it out at first, but then those Mount Pleasant buses got there late and packed it out. Oh, getting chills just thinking about that atmosphere.
As a coach, you never really turn around and look, but I think that game, the state final game, you kind of turn around and like, wow, look what these kids have done for this community. It's pretty special to look back on.
46-36 the score. 4:19 remaining in the fourth quarter. The Chemics, last gasp opportunity here. Got an offensive foul running through the screen out there was Will Garcia.
Well,
and if you saw that, Will Garcia's not going to let Bennett Smith get open. And really he's got to run through Gibbs' play lock or not.
He did that a lot as a strong safety this past fall. But it was legal there.
Yeah. And there's Garcia looking to chase him around once again. Does a great job. Leaves his feet. Smith puts up the jumper off the backboard. No good. Will Garcia, the defensive effort. What a performance in the second half here from number 23. Crazier across the half-court line, takes it all the way to the elbow. Now dribbles it back out, goes to Will Garcia. Back to Crazier. Working all the way around the perimeter. Lang looks to drive into Laney. Goes right hand off the glass is good for Jaden Lang.
Coach Shell probably challenged Will as one of the guys at halftime that use your athleticism. He's 6'2", he's 200 pounds, 205, whatever it is. He's got good quicks, got good movement. He's like, don't let this kid do anything more to us, and he's making his life pretty terrible right now.
Yeah, and it's not quite me going up against you as they talk about that comparison a couple times, but it's about that. Like I said, if you look out at Mr. Bennett Smith, he's probably 5'10" on a good day, maybe $160 or so. Yeah, Will Garcia, 6'2", 6'1", 200 pounds, and probably about the same type of athlete. It just makes it tough dealing with that leg. What a backstrap from Lang there.
What's that fair? I'm in a sling right now, Chris. I mean, come on, man.
I think you'd still be able to D me up.
Still score. Nice job, though, by getting the paint touch for Jaden there. He did the rest. That's 2 in a row where he's a primary left-handed player, but he's able to finish with his offhand. That's a lot. You're seeing a lot of skill there for that young man, a lot of athleticism.
When you're a high school post player and you can finish with either hand, it's going to take you up another level.
100%.
And a big bump on Shell. He doesn't get the foul call. If this was a closer game, you might have seen Matt Sherman get a little heated about that one, but 15 or 14-point game, 3 minutes left to go. Back down low, it goes to Lang. He looks to finish. It's not there, but he tips it out to Garcia. And Garcia will drop it back out to Xavier Crazier and allow the Oilers to run some more clock. As I say that, Crazier through the lane, looks for the finish. No good. That would have been in the running for our Bills custom fabrication of the game if Crazier got that finish to go. He left it just a bit short. 50-36 to score, 2:44 left to go in the game. And Bennett Smith coming out of the game for Midland High. Oh, no, pardon me. I thought he was walking towards the bench. He's still out there. I would say talk about waving the white flag here in this one.
They're going to play these last 2.5 minutes. There's no question they are.
Gibbs Blaylock with it. Bennett Smith with it. Again, there's Will Garcia using that size, using that length to make it really, really tough. You might actually get called for the foul there on the bump.
This is exciting, though, to see Mount Pleasant kind of come out in the second half and kind of impose their will a little bit, use their athleticism, use their depth. It's really nice to see Will back, though, almost 100%, to where he's the type of kid that you can.
Up ahead it goes. Garcia on the break, looks to finish with the left hand, and he does.
You can see him really evolving into his role now that he's getting his basketball legs, that he's somebody that you can throw at. Like, for example, Cadillac's got a really dynamic young man, the 6'7" sophomore up there that they have, that he's the type of kid that Will's not going to be intimidated by his basketball acumen, because Will's played at a high level at AAU. Will's played at a high level in football as well, and he's physical and he's athletic, and he's getting his minutes now, which is huge for Mount Pleasant. Again, we talk about building that depth for the March run. Mount Pleasant's going to be a dangerous team in the playoffs.
We got a lot of teams that could be. That's what a lot of people were talking to me about. Sacred Heart besting Beal last night, and I says, ain't nobody want to play Beal in the playoffs.
Well, I wouldn't want to play Elma right now. They're playing extremely well, beating Freeland there a week and a half ago.
Oh, did they really?
So, yeah, they beat them 76-72. So that's a big win for them. And me and Danny said, Elma they play hard, they compete, they're well coached, and they got a bunch of gritty kids as well. So that's going to be interesting to see how they do moving forward. But yeah, it's going to be fun on both the boys and the girls' side here come March to see what we can do in the Mid-Michigan area.
First free throw, no good for Bennett Smith. Second one will drop in. 27-36 points on the night for the senior. Got a 30-second timeout coming from Midland High. This is they don't know quitting the team. If you're out there playing, you still think you can get 5 turnovers and 5 threes if you are Midland to get back into this game. But talk about this night for you as an Oiler. Your JV team wins. The varsity girls win. Now the varsity boys are going to win in almost kind of a flip-flop of games. If you'd have asked me, I'd have said the Kemet girls are probably favorites coming in against you guys. You guys led it at the half. Looked like the Kemets were going to charge back. Kind of a flip-flop here. Midland Kemets led this at the half, and the Oilers have charged back, which is just more credit to your girls. Kind of just holding their own against a really strong team. And then that fourth quarter, when Midland brought everything they had, it still was not enough to tie or take that lead.
It's very similar to Dow on Friday. JV girls, we played a horrible first half. We were down. We came back and played better in the second half. The varsity girls was a phenomenal game. Back and forth, 36-35. Lexi hits those free throws. And then the boys kind of were down and then played a really good last 3 quarters. And anytime you beat Midland, Dow, and Midland back-to-back, it's very special, especially when you get the sweep.
Bennett Smith with another finish in the lane to give him 29 off the steal. Zay Rodriguez with a fancy move to get it into the front court. Goes to Nate Davis. Davis will get it back up top to Will Garcia. Out there with Shez Batowski, Rodriguez, Nate Davis, and Mr. Brenton Scobie. Can be knocked away from behind from Garcia. 52-39 is the score.
You got your seniors out there now for Mount Pleasant.
Garcia to inbound it. To get it into the backcourt, it's not there. They get it down low to Nate Davis. Davis looking to finish down low in the post. Off the glass, no good. Shez Batowski tips the rebound to Garcia. That's not there. There's Scobie with the rebound. That putback is no good. Garcia comes out with it somehow again. Kicks it to Rodriguez. To Davis. Back to Will Garcia. 1:33 left to go in the ball game. Garcia drives to the right, now back to the left. Turns, going to be knocked away. We'll have a foul call going against Gibbs Blaylock. It'll just be the third team foul going against the Chemics here in the fourth quarter. So the Oilers will inbound it from the near sideline here, winning it 52-39. Will Garcia leads all scorers with 11, leads all scorers from Mount Pleasant with 11. You've got 10 for Krazier, 9 from Zay Rodriguez, 6 from Jaden Lang, 8 from Jake Hutchins. What a balanced performance. Nate Davis, no good. Scobie down there trying to get the rebound. Brenton. He's going to be fouled on the play and will head to the free throw line for a pair.
I don't think Brenton realized how high he jumped on that, because I think if he would have been in the right situation, he might have been able to just kind of tip dunk that. That was impressive.
Well, he told me last year he was able to throw it down with ease, but he's put on some weight going to the weight room, and so doesn't quite have the hops that he used to. Still throw it down. I think if he got it on the run, and he's going to be a guy who's going to be dueling this spring, which is going to be really cool.
Yeah, should be a lot of fun watching the volleyball. It's pretty exciting to have a new sport in the state of Michigan.
And Scobie's the type of guy, he's got that long frame. He can jump out of the gym. Volleyball kind of made for him.
Yeah.
Senior steps to the free throw line off the front of the rim for that one.
You want to see him kind of have success here, because he does everything you ask of him in a practice. He's just such a good kid.
He's been able to score quite a few points coming in at the end of games. I think I saw him with 6, was that last week or 2 weeks ago, as I broadcast jinx him there as he misses that one, but he dives on the floor for the loose ball. He's actually going to draw the foul against the Chemical. It's going to be a foul going against Scobie, but again, no quit out there. Big time effort from the senior Brenton Scobie. 52-39 is our score, as walking to the other end for free throws is Kaysen Weideman.
And I had the pleasure of coaching his sister in the JV, and she's, again, the type of kid who does everything you ask of her, is getting better. She was a little sick here a week and a half ago, as most of our kids were, and she's kind of getting back into it and all that. But it's fun to see something accomplished when you put work into it. You may not score a lot of points, you may not get a lot of rebounds, but you're an asset to the team, and you bring a lot to the table. And he helps these guys get better every day in practice, much like his sister does.
Weideman sinks that free throw. He's got 5 points in the ball game. It's an 11-point lead for the Oilers. Scobie, as we talked about there, doing everything right, comes up from his forward position to get into the front court to get the basketball. Back Garcia. Now to Rodriguez. The Oilers just look to run some clock here in the fourth quarter. 11-point lead. Will Garcia gets it to Scobie in the corner. Leaves it down low for Shez Batowski. He's going to be fouled on the play. That'll be 5 fouls going against the Chemics, which will send Mr. Jack Shez Batowski to the free throw line. I think if he sinks a couple free throws here, we're going to hear a nice ovation from the crowd.
I'm impressed, man. That's just rolling off the tongue. That's pretty good.
Hey,
it's not an easy last
you know who I owe for that?
Brenton
Scobie. Yep.
Yeah,
people
nice
who don't know, Brenton Scobie out there, number 33 I would call him the voice of Oilers sports. The last 4 years, the amount of games that he's broadcasted is absolutely unbelievable. And I was already talking with him about, not sure if he's going to stick around, try and call games next year, but if he's not, might be sending him to some games with just a non-fancy phone broadcast or something. And especially when you think about football, it's just a pantheon. You start doing 2 broadcasts on a Friday night. That's going to be the first goal of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. And then playoffs as well, too. Try and get, a couple broadcasts going. And that's what we're working on when we look at year 3, year 4 of the Mid-Michigan Sports Network. Second free throw also no good for Zade Bachelder. They look to chase down the rebound. They're going to foul Bennett Smith with the clock stop, which is going to allow the senior to head to the free throw line. And let's give this young man some love. He has 29 of the 41 for Midland. He had 22 of their 25 in the first half to take the lead. Maybe the most impressive first half offensive performance we may ever see, Bubba, and doing games like this, because you think about, he was the only one to score until a late 3 with Weideman. He had 22 of the 25, and they had the lead. That was what was just insane about that. Misses the first free throw.
So seniors do. I mean, seniors tend to just kind of put you on your back from time to time when you don't have a lot of talent or a lot of basketball ability.
Garcia across the half-court line for the Oilers, and my bad for everybody there, but you didn't miss anything with 2 missed free throws there from Bennett Smith. Another shout to Adam Gursky. Always does such a great job on the camera work. Zade Bachelder wants the 3, no good. Nate Davis there with the rebound and the putback. He's got 5, and it's 54-41. 30 seconds left to go in our ball game. Ball goes in the corner to Weideman. He'll kick it out. Extra pass from Behringer. Now it goes back to Bennett Smith. He puts up the fadeaway. No good there for the rebound as Zade Bachelder looks to get it back to Zay Rodriguez, and that will do it. I don't think we're going to see a foul here from Midland. Zade Bachelder in the lane to Brenton Scobie. Back up top it goes to Will Garcia, and they will let it run out. 54-41, the Oiler boys victorious over the Midland Chemics on the Oiler sweep on this Friday night. Back to put a bow on this one with our Bird All-American Grill postgame show. The Oilers are winner, 54-41 over the Midland High Chemics.
Value is not just a price. When you buy something for your home, it's an investment. Knowing that you're getting a great deal and service after the sale is priceless. At Woods Household, we only carry quality products for your home at competitive prices. Furniture that is attractive and durable. Comfortable mattresses that last for years. Flooring that stands up to wear and tear. These are all products that last by trusted name brands like FlexSteel, Serta, Whirlpool, and many more. So shop the Woods way.
Blocko Pools and Spas is Mid-Michigan's #1 pool and hot tub destination that will turn your old space into your #1 destination. From delivery of a full pool for the family to the relaxing hot tub for after work for mom and dad, Blocko Pools and Spas does it all. Stop by their showroom on Remus Road to check out their beautiful selection of hot tubs and learn how you can build the pool of your dreams.
Welcome on into our Bird All-American Grill post-game show. The only place you'll ever find this guy post-game is the Bird All-American Grill in downtown Mount Pleasant. 54-41, the Oiler boys a winner. And I've been on the air for a while. We're not going to have too long of a Bird All-American Grill post-game show. Zade Bachelder Baller of the game. I think the Weber Brothers Sawmill Timber of the game should go to Mr. Will Garcia as well. You agree with that, Bubba?
100%. He's obviously helped this team tremendously since he came back. Getting those basketball legs into him. Very physical tonight. Took the challenge in the second half of guarding Mr. Smith there and did a really good job of being physical, making him catch the ball away from the basket, making him put the ball on the deck. Yeah, I totally agree with that. That's a great choice.
Yeah, but if I think about a Zade Bachelder Baller of the night, though, I think it's got to go to Lizzie Laney.
I think so. Lizzie really.
18 points, shot a great percent. Actually, that's the other thing with Bennett Smith. He shot a really good percentage from the field in that first half that we maybe could have talked about a little bit more if things stay close towards the second half. But Lizzie Laney with 18 points, she's always going to be great in the rebounding category, no matter how many points she has. But 18 on the night to lead the way for the Oiler girls. Mount Pleasant boys expected to beat the Midland Chemic boys here as the Chemics came in at 3-14, but it was a toss-up. It was 13-3 versus 13-4. They had beat you guys by 15 at your home floor. Just a big-time victory for the Oiler girls, and Lizzie Laney, our star of the night. Also a shout-out to the two Barotichuk girls. Lexi finished with 13 points herself, and the Morgan Barotichuk with 9, and the effort, the energy that Morgan Barotichuk, very similar to Will Garcia in the second game. They're just both great athletes that can do anything you need to ask them to do. And we're going to finish off here just kind of highlighting what's special about student athletes. Graham Phillips across the way right now and some other of the athletes. They're helping, even Coach House over there, helping take care of the chairs. And when I point that out to you,
Anna Scobie.
What does that mean to you to see that, though, as a teacher, as somebody who represents Mount Pleasant Public Schools, one of our great sponsors here on the Mid-Michigan Sports Network?
I just think it's the community itself. I think it starts at the admin, it goes to the teachers, it goes to the parents of the student athletes. I just think it's such a tight-knit community. You talked about what the Garcias did for the football team down at Lowell and all that against Lowell and Greenville, but it's not expected. I mean, just at this point, though, you want to be helpful, you want to be a part of this thing, and I think it's so thrilling for me as a coach and a paraprofessional here within Mount Pleasant Public Schools to see that kids care and they want to give back and they want to help out any way they can. And I think that starts obviously at home, and I think that starts when you're in kindergarten. I think it starts with the teachers that you have throughout our wonderful district. And yeah, it's very fulfilling to see as someone who's been in this educational district for a long time, and it makes your heart happy that kids do truly care, and I think you see that at Mount Pleasant Public Schools.
An Oilers sweep on the night, 54-41 for the varsity boys, 48-41 for the varsity girls. What was the score of the JV game, Bubba?
Oh, I think we ended up winning like 45-27.
So a big-time 3 wins for the Oilers tonight.
And one other good thing about today is the U.S. women beat Canada 5-0 in women's hockey at the Olympics. So it's been a really good day.
All right, Chris Spotman, Bub McClain sign off. Be back with you Thursday for Shepherd, Beaverton, Boys High School Hoops.